Just moving the bags out of the way.
What is going on, everybody?
It's time to build with a beard.
Back in the house. You gotta say it right. It's Brickin with the beard.
Brickin with the beard.
I appreciate that text message earlier, though. I understand that I've ordered 50 of all that again.
Yeah.
I will. Did you see the last text message I sent?
Where you don't need the red?
Yeah, I'll take the other ones because I actually don't have very many of them. Everything that I ordered from y'all is for the Huey, and the Huey is what I'll probably be building next week. That and the Pike. Then I'll be caught up on Brickmania sets, except for what I have to start buying pieces for. But I'm gonna after next week I'm gonna start Assembly Square.
Oh, that'll
that'll be fun.
That's a fun build.
It's big.
We'll probably still be working on this one.
I have a feeling Assembly Square is gonna take me 3 weeks.
Yeah, I have a feeling Titanic's going to take me 3 months.
It could take you a lot less time. I can come over and knock it out.
No. Love you though, but no.
I think tonight I'm going to start with this Stuka first.
Hey, I like the Corsair you sent.
Yeah, that's me and Legion were talking about that. I know that the light blue means that it's either Marines or Air Force One. I know that the dark blue is what the
Navy
uses. Go ahead and dump this out.
We'll start building. I'll go back and read the cool stuff after a while. Hey, Richard.
Yeah.
These instructions, look, they tell me how to use a human tool. I'm glad they put that in there. I would have never known.
I am the human tool. 1, 2, 3.
We should have started this on April 10th. Because that's when it took its voyage. It started its voyage on April 10th, 1912.
Yeah, but does that mean you're gonna push it? Does that mean you're gonna push it halfway off the table?
And then let it fall?
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna be realistic about half of it, you got to be realistic about the full thing.
That's true.
Wow.
So how things going at work?
Just another day. It's people leaving again.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if I stick with it, I think I'll eventually be the last person there.
So you will be the manager and the employee?
Yeah.
Be your own boss?
Pretty much. I mean, everybody that's leaving is leaving for good reasons. They found better things. They're doing their own thing.
You can't fault them for that.
No, not at all. If it includes bettering yourself, go. I don't think anybody should be held back from anything. But we also have at my job, it's a very good rate of return, if that makes sense. Everybody that leaves decides to come back.
We got that at our office some too. It's a good thing in our office.
What, when they come back or when they leave?
Huh?
I said what, when they come back or when they leave?
When they come back.
Why would you praise them to come back?
Well, I take it back. One of the guys that came back, I love him coming back. He's a great architect, good friend, really good artist. He left to go do some artwork, and then he came back, thanks to COVID. You can't fly around the nation teaching art, and they won't let you on the airplane. You know.
That is very true. We got I got an email. We're supposed to go to a concert next Saturday.
Yeah.
And I got the email today saying that we have to show proof of vaccination or a negative test within 72 hours of the show. And I would understand if it was like big and sold out and everything else. This thing is downtown Winston-Salem. There's not going to be that many people there.
That Ramcat?
Yeah, the Ziggy's.
Yeah.
I don't know why they changed the name from Ziggy's to Ramcat.
Because the guy that started Ziggy's went under and somebody else bought it. Well, actually, the building is owned, you know where it's at, right?
Yeah, beside Wise Man.
Yeah, but if you look right straight across MLK from Ramcat, you're looking at the dude's house that owns it. We did that project a long time ago.
Ramcat or the house?
Ramcat.
I mean, it's in a really good location. I think that they I think to them they're at a weird spot because I know when Ziggy's was on Beatty Street, it was smaller, but the name let the bigger bands play there. And I don't think that this place has that following. I mean, I've been there a couple.
We had some significant bands at this place.
Do what?
They've already had some decent bands at this place.
The new place?
Before Jay went under again. But he's getting ready to open up another one in High Point called Ziggy's.
Called what?
Called Ziggy's. Yeah.
None of it was as good as the original.
Well, you're thinking about 2.0 being the original.
No.
The original,
the first one.
You're not old enough to know about the first one.
The one on Beatty Street?
Yeah, that's 2.0.
Yeah, but they redid it.
Okay, that house that it was in on Beatty Street used to be where the elephant door is for the Coliseum right now. They moved it from that property over to Beatty Street.
Well, either way.
Yeah, when I was in high school, it was on Deacon Boulevard. And that was when the old Coliseum was there.
Yeah.
They moved it to Beatty Street.
What's going on, David?
What's up, David?
Oh, there you go.
Hey, on another subject, I know David will probably say something about it. I know y'all haven't built the T-Rex yet, or the Jurassic Park set, but have y'all seen the new release they're coming out with?
No.
They're dropping, it's going to be $100, and it'll be, I think it's called I think it was the T-Rex, the T-Rex Rampage or something like that. It's off the original movie where the T-Rex breaks out and flips over the Jeep.
Okay, just hour.
I just saw that. I saw how it does it.
Oh, so that's
So see the 1, 2, 3, 4 builds this part. These build this one. And then 10, 11, 12 puts it together and adds the extra stuff.
yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. So I'll start there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Richard, got distracted.
You're fine. But
All right, so the dinosaur goes over the Jeep?
No. You remember the original Jurassic Park when they flipped when the T-Rex flips the Jeep upside down?
Yeah.
He crashes his head through the window at the top of it. They're making that a set.
Really?
Yeah. So you'll have to hurry up and build the other one you got.
Okay, if I have to.
Yeah, we'll just ignore all those people that put orders in for a while.
Well, let's start tonight. Let's don't even worry about what came in today.
Just make sure mine's pulled first before y'all decide to quit.
So I said, what came in today? We can skip those.
His came in last night.
Yeah, I was
it
saying
came in last
technically mine came in last night. I'm still good.
It came in after she had pulled some big, massive orders. And she's like, screw this, we're done for the night. And then your stuff came in. I didn't say a word. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna mention it.
I gave y'all the warning it was coming. Well, I gave you the warning.
You gave me the warning. I didn't tell her about the warning because it was at that point in my life when I thought it would be wise not to mention it. Right?
Correct.
What's going on, Haley Bricks? It honestly wasn't it wasn't that bad of an order. I noticed that it was like the lot count was really high. It was a lot higher than I expected. But I'm really excited to build that because that'll be the second helicopter I've built.
Well, the cool thing is, you know who to ask to get the bypass password.
So in other words, I ask you and you deal with Tori.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
You calm the T-Rex while I drive the Jeep in.
Look at those. Do you have those?
Huh.
What's going on, Bill?
Partial cylinder.
Tori, by the way, that Haley is not my Haley.
Yeah, I noticed that when it said bricks on the side. Your Haley will come in soon.
Maybe. I don't know what they're doing tonight. She texted me a picture a little while ago. Her friend's over there with them, so.
Oh. They're having enjoyment things.
Idea. But yeah, the set definitely looks really cool. I know for a fact it says in the set the T-Rex will be brick built. It won't be a big fig like the Dominus and all that, which makes me really happy. Dang, that piece snapped down. One of the guys in my lug also has extended an offer to me, and it's a lot of money, but he has the Persian restaurant.
Parisian?
Yeah, the Parisian, or however you say it.
That's their Paris restaurant.
That's Paris Hair Care Tire and Auto Center. That's something I never expected around here. How in the heck did Paris Tire get enough money to buy Mach? I thought Mach was a much bigger company.
I said just call him at the right time.
I guess. COVID is good for business for everybody. That's my new motto. It's going pretty good, Bill. How about you? Everything going good down or up over your way? Legion said he'd be coming in at some point tonight.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll drop. I think he's at the Air Force thing tonight.
Oh, yeah, he mentioned that last week.
I'm sure he'll come in and tell me about how he's going to steal this set from me.
So is he Air Force ROTC or is he?
I'm not
Air Force Explorers.
I'm not really sure, to be completely honest. I know he is in the ROTC, but I think he is in the program to actually maybe join the Air Force. I'm not totally sure on that. Snapping down pieces. I think I made a good decision while we were at the Lego store Sunday not to buy the AT-AT.
Yeah.
That double points weekend is going to be nice for it.
Yeah. So for those of you that haven't heard, last weekend of the month is double points weekend in the stores.
Go out there and buy up all the sets.
Support your local Lego store. There, we did our punchline.
I support my local Lego store quite often.
Yeah, don't we both?
Technically, you are my local Lego store.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, you do.
I wish they would put one in Winston.
Oh
I
my
know that
God, we'd be so broke.
I know that it's not feasible. Like I think they would lose money, but
Yeah, the market's not big enough here. But it's weird that there's one in Charlotte and one in Concord.
Is she bothering you?
No, she was hiding it and then she gave up.
She wasn't like, did you finish it?
She took it out of the other room.
Oh, okay.
and that thing, this little set just threw me for a loop for a second. I wasn't paying attention to what piece it said to use. I was just paying attention to what the pieces looked like. And I was like, I'm missing a huge step because I don't see where I add slopes anywhere. But I thought it was tiles, but it's actually slopes. David said that's good news for him. For me, not for my wife. Yeah, I was about to buy the AT-AT, and one of the people that works at our Lego store was like, "You might want to wait." And then I was after hearing why, I was like, "Okay." Just wonder how many people are gonna beat me to the punch. Does that mean we're gonna go down there first thing?
Sure, you and Jean can go.
Kick open the door.
Yep.
Yeah, but I got to find out if Tim's going to be there or not.
I would imagine he would be with all the, but it's such a big sale.
I have a feeling he would probably be there on a Saturday. I can kind of understand not a Sunday.
Yeah.
I will say though, I kind of felt like a little bit of a dick when I handed that girl that minifig and not him.
I thought that was awesome.
Give them out. Get rid of them. I need to order more. I need to make sure. I'm going to take what I have with me to the
show.
South Carolina show.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely need to get more for the Brick Fair, Virginia. Keep popping this stupid piece off. Stay down. When I got home, I put on Spider-Man. I started watching it, and I got into it and didn't want to turn it off. But I had to do it for y'all guys. I know that last week went faster for me building because I separated things, but I really like looking for things. I know that probably
That's
sounds.
what I do. Hey, I do it like that.
He does it in a bucket. I throw it on the table. I work off the table. The whole bags are on.
And we have the fuselage done.
How does this connect? It's kind of funky. There's nothing holding the front of it together.
Boy, if you're already saying
Look.
that, I'm in trouble.
No, look. See, it's not held together. It's just, those pieces are just held on right there.
Well, maybe when it connects up or something.
There's nothing to connect it to. It's all smooth.
Be careful when you move it.
Yeah, David, that's what I normally do. With these Brickmania kits, since they're not stepped out like normal Lego sets. Last week I actually kind of went through the instructions before I built it and stepped it out. I did it before I even thought about going live, but I honestly like just dumping everything on the table and going for it. Like I said, it probably seems weird to a lot of people.
I'll pull out the pieces I need for the step on the table, but I don't sort. Charlie's done.
There's a
Is he at the door? Is he
He's
in the door?
right here.
there's a couple more of the instructions I want to buy coming tomorrow. I want to get some. I might wait till next Friday just because even if I buy them now, it don't matter. I've already got the stickers for them. But they just released that Stalin's hammer, and I
The one you sent me the link to.
yeah, I really want that thing. I don't know why.
It's
kinda-
cool.
It's kind of like the Bruno, the big train with the
Yeah.
how many ever millimeter gun it is. Like I don't need it, but I want it. And I guess when it comes to Lego, you need it all.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you could argue that you don't need any Lego, but I mean, life will continue to go without having Lego. You might not be as happy.
I don't know about
Or
that.
he's busy. Or he's busy.
I might get real bored without it. You got to think
Really
if
can't imagine.
I didn't have
Go
Lego, I would just spend it on something else.
Yeah, that's what I just can't imagine not having Legos now.
And plus, I do know if I ever decide to get out of it, some really good people to buy it for like $15 a pound.
15?
Hey, when you find them, let me know because
Yeah, really.
Oh, is that not a good going price?
not quite. Bionicles, you could get that.
Do what?
You could get that for a lot of Bionicle stuff.
I bet that I don't have 10 Bionicle pieces in my entire stuff like collection down here. I'll say Bionicle specific. I might have some in these random Technic stuff, but a lot of the stuff I seen that I had that was Bionicle, it's over here in the box waiting to go to y'all.
Mm-mm.
Have y'all seen? Well, y'all don't really care for all the Star Wars stuff, do you?
It's cool. You got to limit what all you're getting or you'll overwhelm yourself.
They're dropping. Y'all would have to watch the Book of Boba Fett to know the sets, but they're dropping some new stuff. I've seen that. I've seen the Jurassic Park stuff. I've heard I heard a rumor, and I don't know how true it is, but I heard we're getting a Zelda set, but I don't know about that. That to me still seems really far-fetched.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I know that Lego has the license for Mario, which is technically Nintendo, but hey, Haley. See, there's the other Haley.
No, that's the Haley.
That's the Haley. That's the wifey.
Yes.
That's the one I got to listen to, or else she beats me.
Well, I'd say she beats you senseless, but that would mean you had to have some sense to start with.
Exactly. What you're saying is I should do a really big order with a lot of lots, but very small piece count.
Yeah, just don't do it on a Thursday.
I'll sort y'all.
I have to do all the orders on Friday since I get off early.
I'll go to y'all's store and sort for the cheapest price, or sort by cheapest price, and I'll just start
one of each.
Yeah, and get one of each. Did
you need to send me the contact info for your buddy that does the t-shirts.
All right. Did we tell you that Haley's orders got canceled, or one of them did?
Really?
We tried to order multiple orders of stuff, and
yeah, the sunflowers.
Yeah, they sent us emails back saying they were like, "No, can't do it."
Good try, Skippy.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, we used a different card." I've got there's a girl I work with who's into Lego, and she buys a lot. And she told me that she was like, "I don't want the sunflowers. If you want me to buy 2 of them, I can." So I might have her do that.
What?
Did they have them at the store?
No, they didn't have them at the store.
No.
That was the problem.
But if she's buying sunflowers, then I'm gonna pay her to get 2 more of the Stormtrooper packs too. Even though
those are sitting in the dining room waiting on you.
Well, I still don't have a purpose for them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I'm buying them. I will happily admit that. I'm up to 25 of them so far.
Haley said, "Tell Kayla to buy them, please."
I can tomorrow. Did y'all see the new brick heads we're getting?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are gonna have to get them.
I didn't see him. You quit sending him stuff and not including me in the pictures.
I didn't send this to him. I haven't sent it to anyone yet. Hey, I was gonna send it to Haley, and I honestly forgot till I just said something. Chef is in the house.
I was just gonna put online that I was stuck in the green room.
Well, I've got since I'm building these in Brickmania, I have the instructions pulled up over top of the pictures, so I have no idea what's being shown or who's trying to join.
I just figured you didn't want to let me in.
That's what it is. You didn't knock though.
Oh.
I didn't hear the doorbell. I didn't hear anything. You were just standing at the door.
I was just gonna yell, "Let me in!"
Making faces at the Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
How's it going? What are you building? What'd you decide on?
Well, I asked everybody what they thought I should build, and ironically enough, the one set that I thought everybody would pick, not a lot of people picked.
Which one did you think?
I thought Assembly
Hey,
Square
Richard.
was going to win.
That's what I picked.
Richard, send Haley an invite.
She can't through her, what you call it?
What you call it?
I mean,
Her
I can
phone?
try. I don't know if it'll work.
No, she just said send me an invite.
Let's see.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
I know. I'll leave her in the green room. Just don't tell her.
She's on watching it.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I really thought everybody was going to pick Assembly Square, and then a lot of people picked the Pike, the tank. But what was weird is the amount of people that picked the Pike. I guarantee have no idea what it is. So I think they just picked it because, honestly, because of the Boba Fett episodes and the Pike Syndicate is why I think they picked it. I know it's not spelled the same, but I know that there's not that many people out there that know what a Pike is.
No.
But the Stuka and the Warhawk got a lot of traffic, so I had a feeling that I could probably knock both of them out. So I'm gonna try to knock both of them out.
Awesome.
Go you.
I'll try to knock out the whole Titanic too.
Go right ahead. What's going on, Shy? How's it going? Hey, Haley.
Hey, babe.
Now she's in here.
Hey, Haley.
Hey.
But I really thought the Pike I didn't expect the Pike to win. I really thought Assembly Square was going to. Just because of the simple fact that I do understand that a lot of people that click through Instagram and stuff like that are going to simply choose something not knowing what it is, and everyone knows what Assembly Square is.
Right.
So the plan
What's
is,
going on there?
what's up? The plan is to go ahead and finish this week. Babe, you're going to have to mute something.
I'm trying. I'm struggling over here.
You're fine. You'll figure it out. Hey,
What the-
Haley's dad.
But the plan is to this week build these two. Next week I'm going to build the Pike and the Huey, and then after that I'm going to end up doing the Assembly Square. And then once I get done with Assembly Square, I'll be caught up on everything and don't know what I'll build.
But at some point in there, we got to pack for the trip.
I still got to go. That's going to be an adventure on its own. Chef, you want to come help?
What are you doing?
I'll pay in pizza and beer, whatever you want.
Pay in pizza and beer.
We have to pack the city up in totes and put it in the back of Gene's truck to safely make it to South Carolina.
Ooh.
April 1st.
Oh, okay. That's the one that's on the calendar.
That don't sound very fun, does it?
If I can get some time off, I will.
You're not going down to that, are you?
No, I'm trying to save time. I'm trying to weasel in Brick World.
Where's that at?
Chicago?
Oh. That's out of my league.
Corey and I want to go to that one.
When
I'll
is it?
go, but I'm not bringing the city.
That's one.
Oh, I don't blame you there.
Did win.
I don't remember.
Some of these people that just kind of travel around with their mocks and stuff, I don't understand how they do it.
I don't either.
I mean, there's, especially from what I've heard, and I didn't really witness it because I wasn't there. But I've heard a lot of people that go to these things literally have to pretty much rebuild their entire mock.
Some of them do.
setting it up.
There was a couple I watched build from scratch when we were at Virginia Brick Fair.
See, I couldn't do that. That is not for me. The funness of building it would be that. Now, if it was something smaller, I could see that. But if something as big as like the city, nah, that ain't happening.
No?
Nah. I'm still trying to figure out. Like, I got the I don't know if you've seen it or not. I think I sent it to Gene. I'm not sure. But, I got the layout for the World War II mock.
I think I
well,
seen
yeah,
a
you said that too.
pattern. Was it on Instagram? Did you have it on there?
Yeah. I finally said screw it and came up with the idea. I'm pretty much making a I can't pronounce the name of it. But not the operation. I don't even know what you call it. The event was called the Massacre of the Nazis, or the Massacre of the Jews, or something like that. The Nazi Massacre, or whatever it is. But it was a French town that they came in and they basically just stomped through and kept going. And what I'm going to do is pretty much create a town kind of based off of that. I'm going to put some civilians in there and everything else, and there'll be a lot of it'll be kind of like as it progresses down, the city won't be or the town won't be as destroyed as the first part of it, but the side that the Germans are coming in on will be heavily destroyed. The sides that the Americans are coming in on won't be at all. And it'll kind of be like the French retreating to the American side and the Americans advancing in to get the Germans.
Nice.
The only other thing I really don't like about it, it's going to bug me about it, but I'm having trouble finding some of the figs because the stickers I've seen from Brickmania, a lot of them have the snow on their boots. And I don't want this to be in snow. I bought all those bright orange leaves. I'm going to try to do this in like a fall, like where the leaves are turning type thing. Just because I don't really think you see a lot of bright colors. I think the bright colors will like look a lot better against the buildings.
I think that will. It'll make it stand out.
Yeah. But I definitely got to I will say that the city, even though there's buildings in it that are destroyed, the destruction in the mock in the way that the World War II and the way that everything is set up with the buildings falling apart is definitely very advanced compared to what I did in the city.
Haley said that the live with the StreamYard banner is blocking your face, babe. And she said this was too advanced for her.
Well, I'll be honest
She
with
was
you.
doing so good. She was doing good.
Not really sure how to move a lot of that stuff. Bow. There we go. I did it.
Oh,
I think Hive was on there, or you were on there, Chef, when I was talking to Hive about breaking down. I think I'm gonna have to buy StreamYard.
Yeah.
Really?
I think he pays for it also.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. I would like for one of the other programs that I use to give me the ability to, because the one that's 1080 HP or whatever it is, or HD, moves the payment up to like, I think it's like $480 a year.
175 firemen.
Wow.
And that's a lot of money. Like, I'm not spending that.
Into the engines furnace.
Yeah,
That is a lot of
that's
money.
the ball.
Yeah, I'll pass when it comes to that.
She is still eating her treat.
That's a 2-day treat, baby.
I see what I'm doing wrong. Just kidding. Chef's fault.
Just well. Chef just
As
popped
long
the
as you're not
brittle
missing a
brown.
piece.
No, I'm not missing a piece. I just skipped a piece. Did you, Chef, have you bought any of the Vietnam figs from Brickmania yet?
No, I seen yours.
You
No,
sounded disappointed.
I should, but I've been spending it on pieces.
Did you ever get the flowers?
Which ones?
The pink ones that you asked me about?
No, I'm waiting on them from Lego. I got them for about 5 cents a piece through them.
Say, I definitely did not have that many, and I checked Gene. Gene didn't either. So
I had 600 and some. But this tree I'm doing takes about 1,300 of them.
Jesus.
Shoot.
How big is this tree?
I'll show you the base. I'm putting that together right now. I just snapped a brittle brown, so I'm gonna have to find another piece.
The wonderful reddish brown.
Yep. I just snapped a 1x2.
Shy, you also use StreamYards?
Yeah, Haley, Chestnut's still eating her treat.
Gave it to her yesterday, took it away, and she's finishing it up today.
Charlie finished his yesterday,
And
finished his tonight. He's asleep and she's still eating.
Vader don't let anything like that last.
Charlie doesn't either, but Chestnut, I took it from her because Charlie got done.
Oh. I gotta do a better job at laying out these pieces. I can't I got 2 pieces that I cannot seem to find.
You need me to give you the bypass password so you can order them real quick?
No, because I honestly don't think you have them.
Hopefully.
You might have them in the big bins, but you ain't got them in the store.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to wash tonight, wasn't I?
Yeah, I guess we'll just start.
Tomorrow is going to be a busy evening.
Yeah, see, Shy, I don't have that luxury yet. I need them views and them followers. Well, this is a whole thing full of like extra parts for Brickmania kits.
That's number 2 now.
You broke another one?
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you
They're
what.
pretty brittle.
One of the first things I ever did as a mock had a brown and black checkered floor using the 2x2 tiles. And when I popped them up, I did not break a single one, and I don't know how.
I just broke 2 in just a couple minutes.
You're too rough with them. You got to be gentle, man.
I didn't think I was being that rough.
Did you
It
stare?
doesn't take much with those.
Did you stare at it in the eye when you did it, and let you know that even though you were being rough, you cared?
Nope.
Man, you just raw dogged it.
Yep.
Wonder if the Warhawk has one of those pieces I can steal. Probably not, which means I'm gonna have to find it. Which means it's gonna be in here. Which means I probably don't have it. Hey, Gene, I need one of these slopes that slant.
Let me rush right over for you.
Yeah, be right there.
All right. Well, there's 2 of y'all. One of y'all can.
Hey,
I found it.
there you go.
Then
That's
y'all,
all right.
You're
can
welcome.
do what?
You're welcome.
We
I was about
rushed
to
it
say
over.
you could play it right where you walk out of one video screen into the other.
That would be funny.
Now I got to put my airplane control panels in.
I think he is wanting to go outside now.
Is she almost done?
No. I'm tired of waiting on her.
Is he standing there like that?
He's standing by the door.
Okay. Should go over there.
If you
Still need to
Straight food, what would you like? I'm coming, Charlie.
I need to look it up and do a little bit of research before I say yes and say that it'll work to the plan I need or whatever. But I wonder if it would be kind of cool to put the two Stukas above the town that I'm building. Chef, did you see that comment?
No.
Haley's dad said he wants to see one of the sets you've put together or putting together. I guess what you're talking about, the Breaking the Browns.
Oh, yeah. Give me a minute. I gotta hook up my camera.
Is the tree you're building for y'all's mock? You and
He's laying down.
No, I'm building this one for my city.
Ah.
I may slide it over there, though.
I see. But I guess I can always suspend the two Stukas over as long as it makes sense to region-wise. I know I'm going to catch a bunch of hell from a lot of people about it not being correct or period correct or something. I know
it's your fun.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
not when it comes to older people and their
Yeah.
I read a meme the other day.
Tell older people to take their Tell the older people to take their Geritol and go to bed.
I read a meme the other day that said once you turn 34, you either got to start learning how to smoke meats or become a World War II aficionado. I guess those are the two big things to do.
Well, I know how to smoke meats.
Yeah, I got that down pat.
I don't know about Eugene. I don't know about y'all. I still haven't tasted anybody's. Y'all haven't came through for me on that end.
On what?
I'll let you in on the small scale. I sold the big ones.
What are you talking about?
I'll give you some pulled pork.
Oh, meat. Oh.
Now you got to remember, Chef, I'm from North Carolina. You can't be giving me no pulled pork and it be not vinegar-based barbecue.
I was gonna say, what do you want? Your vinegar barbecue? Nobody wants that.
Don't be a Yankee.
Far enough up north.
As long as you understand that barbecue is a noun and not a verb.
Just because you can barbecue doesn't mean that what you are cooking needs to be barbecued.
Yeah, maybe though.
A barbecue is not standing around a grill cooking hamburgers. That's called a cookout.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. I seen a thing the other day. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know if y'all are watching any of the Olympics or not.
No.
But
Yes.
I showed it to Gene. We've seen some of the Gene and Tori saw some of the Olympics while we were down in the Lego store. And it was like the USA team for curling literally looks like a bunch of dads that drink beer and screwed up and ended in the Olympics. If you look at a picture of them, they definitely don't look like some of the professional teams that are being there. What's going on, Flamin'?
Okay, so we got this and this.
Ooh. Maybe I should buy all the pieces to do one of these planes in a bright color.
Do one of the planes
Blasphemy.
what?
Do one of these planes in a bright color. I still have a major Brickmania kit, or not kit, but instructions I have not even started buying pieces for. I have the Skytrain, I have the stickers and everything, but that is a hellacious set. What's going on, Greg? How's everything going? Plus, I don't really know where I'm going to put it because the Skytrain is just as big as the bomber, and I have the instructions for the Black Widow, which I don't think is that big, as big as that, but I know it's pretty big. I need to bring that other shelf down here in the basement and have it to where it's just Brickmania stuff.
That'd be a good idea.
Oh, the other shelf.
Yeah. The only thing is I know what's behind me doesn't really matter. It's just kind of a visual thing, but you won't be able to see any of the Brickmania stuff.
They need to be paying you for ad time.
Shit. They ain't gonna pay me. I don't spend enough money there to be in that boat.
Oh, that'd be shy. Every now and then I see a crazy haul from them.
I haven't really done I ordered the 3 Vietnam figs that came in. But other than that, I haven't ordered a crazy order. The biggest one I did was when I found out that the sticker packs went on sale every second Tuesday of each month. And I literally bought one of every fig sticker pack, and then I bought all the stickers for every kit that I had. And I ended up buying I think a fig or something there too. But that's the biggest one I've had. Shy said get ready for another one. He's got a 2000 this time.
Dang, Shy.
He spent 2000 on these short air-cooled 50 caliber barrels. Where do you put all the kits you get at, Shy? You need
He's got a big house.
Do you need to store some of them here?
Mm.
I can hold them for you. Hey, Shy,
I'll need to break them and rebuild them.
Do what?
I'll need to break them and rebuild them.
Nah.
Nah.
Shy, I do have a question. I thought about somebody asked me the other day. So I know Cali has a lot of laws that some other states don't necessarily have. But do they not say anything about like motorcycles down there or over there? Is it you don't have to follow any kind of special whatsoever emissions bullcrap?
PKM, let's go back in boxes. It sounds like with me with certain sets too. The only thing I keep out is the minifigures.
I had to do an inspection on a motorcycle the other day, and I don't do them very often. Matter of fact, the only one I really do is Haley's dad's bike, and I see stuff come across all the time that you have to, like, they change this in the inspection laws, and I've never seen anything come across on a bike. But I know in California for like, cars, you have to get special spark plugs and special converters and stuff like that. I wonder how it is on the motorcycles in that factor. Is what I was trying to get at, Shy.
And he's replying to you on it.
I know I live in a very popular area for some of the motorcycle clubs. Well, the motorcycle clubs around here. And I never really see anybody or hear anything crazy go on with like the emissions laws and all that. But I know in California, it seems like every time you turn around, they've added a new law to something.
I know they're trying to go all electric.
I know they outlaw. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know what the full extent of it is, but somebody told me they outlawed generators.
It wouldn't surprise me.
They've outlawed small internal combustion engines, lawnmowers, generators, all kinds of stuff.
Kind of drugs.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
It is.
I thought California was going to split off and become its own entity anyway.
Yeah, not
Split off
anytime
or fall
soon.
off?
He said the motorcycle clubs have been fighting and lobbying for a long time, very long time.
Oh, I bet.
Like I said, for the most part of everything I know around this area that goes on, everybody gets left alone in that sense. Up here where I am, though, in North Carolina, there's a very big respect rate that goes out to the clubs. Y'all don't have very much of that all up there in Virginia, do you?
I haven't seen a motorcycle club around here yet. But I do like taking the curves on my bike.
I still haven't got a bike. I went to go. Harley Davidson came out with it's like an older bike that they revamped. It's basically a remake, but they named it something new. It's called the Lowrider S. And that is such a good looking bike, I think. But I have a car addiction as it is. I have a Lego addiction on top of that. So
Yeah, my Lego addiction is bad.
I don't really know if I need another
vice.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
It is when you gotta wonder what you want to do to what.
True.
Because if I bought the bike, then I would probably leave the car alone. But if I leave the car alone, am I really going to be happy?
No.
And then in the process of all this, I've got an engine. I'm going to try to build a truck.
Oh, okay.
So that's even more of a money down the road. I really need to. I think I'm going to set myself a goal this year, though. I'm going to wait till I go to Brick Fair. But when I go to Brick Fair, I think I'm going to actually buy a box Brickmania kit.
Nice.
I want to see the difference in the quality of what they do versus what I do. I know it's greater. Don't get me wrong.
Now, have you watched Cali Brick Click with Danny in it?
Well, here's the thing. So I told Shy this. Someone messaged me, and I'm not going to mention who it was or anything else, but they were like, "Hey, I have a question. You know Shy, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Well, why don't you get with Shy and get on Cali Brick Click one day?" And I have seen his before, but I've only watched reruns. I didn't know until Shy even told me that everything he does is pre-recorded.
Yes.
the way I've always seen it is he's just not in the time zone like correct for me. So I was like, man, I'll never be able to make one live, and I didn't know that it was pre-recorded.
And
Do
that
what?
Danny talks about his whole process. He does the same thing you do. He has people that's searching for parts on Brick Lake. He buys them all, puts the sets together.
Well, I mean, when we talked to Danny and Andrew and everybody that night at Brick Fair, I mean, I learned a lot from them. Like I said, they're really cool guys. I wish that I had more money to support them the way that they should be supported. I don't know. I don't think you heard this, but last week I said something about it. So I'm in a Facebook group that is kind of like a World War II. They're not just Lego, but like a block group, I guess you could call it, or whatever. And one of the guys in there, I often post. Well, I don't often do it. I'll be honest with you. I don't really do it that much at all. But sometimes I post pictures of some of the stuff I've built like the night before or whatever. Well, one of the guys asked me to send him the PDF forms of the instructions that I got from Brickmania. And I was like, no. I was like, why don't you just go buy them? He was like, well, why would I buy them? I'm like, dude, they're like $10. If you can't support the company using $10, like you probably shouldn't be trying to buy the Lego. Because that group really, really highly respects like Kobe. And now that I know that I've never bought a Kobe set, but I don't think that I would like the quality of it versus Lego. But I'm definitely not sending anybody free stuff that will not make a company that needs to succeed. And on top of that, money that comes out of my pocket. Especially on somebody I don't even know. It's a huge difference from somebody.
Really. You paid for it. Now they want you to send it to them for free.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if it was someone like Chef or like y'all, it's a lot different than somebody I don't know. Is that the big tree you're talking about with all the leaves?
Oh, look.
Oh, wow.
Am I going to be in that tire swing or swing you're setting up? Hey, Chef. Oh, he's got his
Daylight there. He's in California?
Yeah.
That's not daylight. He's in Virginia.
Oh, okay. It just looked like a window with daylight there.
He's flipping the light on and off. That's one of the things, David, that I kind of fear as a mechanic is eventually it's going to get to a point where me knowing what I know on a gas engine is no longer going to be relevant. Now, I'm very good with electrical, but electrical still, even if you're very good at it, can be very, very unforgiving. I wish that I know that everything has to evolve in order for it to advance. But eventually, evolution will repeat itself, I guess.
It usually does.
I was waiting for her to wake him up.
Are you going to put me in that swing, Chef?
Send me your torso.
I thought I sent you the torso.
No, you keep telling me, oh, I'll send you a torso and a plate or a little tile, but it's been 6-7 months, still nothing.
I know. I'll admit, I know I haven't sent the tiles out because I'll be honest with you. Until a couple days ago or a week ago, however long it's been, I had forgot where they were.
Because really, I was supposed to trade you my sig fig for your torso. I sent the sig fig and never got a torso.
Big.
I'll they're both in a bag right here. You send me a text to remind me.
All right.
As soon as we get off, I'll send it.
Hey, baby. Oh, she outside.
I'll need your address again, though.
Yeah, I'll DM you on Instagram.
Ginger. Ginger. All right, Charlie. Come on, Bubba.
Oh, dang it.
Chef, I like your bird.
Chef Tori likes your bird.
Thank you. She's ready for bed.
His bird gets cranky with him when she's ready to do something and he's not.
Yep. Or she'll catcall you as soon as you walk in the room.
But yeah, I need to well, for one, I need to find this piece, but I need to watch a bunch of the Cali brick clicks.
I like when I'm working and during the day, I'll throw an earbud in and listen to them while I do something if I've got time or if it's a small job.
I've gotten to where lately I've supported a couple channels. I need to do his like that too. But at work, I constantly have YouTube going, and I'm not necessarily listening to it, but I'll throw a video on and let it play in the background. That way it gets views.
Right.
I'm watched.
I hit them up on Spotify. Their podcast on Spotify is one I normally listen to.
I put off getting Spotify. I've got Apple Music. I'm pretty sure his podcast is on Apple Music, ain't it?
I believe so. He's on here. Ask him. I hit it on Spotify. I've already got them saved. When a new one pops up, I'll hit it on and go to work.
I need to. I'll be honest with you. The only podcast I really ever got into where I listened to it like every week stopped, but it was very unexpected to see. But Method Man did a podcast where he talked about comics.
Nice. Yeah, they cover a lot of different things. They branch out. I like a lot of them. And they get into and they talk to like everybody through the whole community. It's just not like one certain group or area. They try to cover it all, and a lot of it's really good. I even got my wife listening when we go on long road trips. I'll throw it in the car and go.
Haley ventures closer and closer to that Lego addiction. She put together the biggest set she's done so far, the Elf House from this year. She finally sat down and put it together.
Oh, when did you do that?
She started it a couple days ago and then finished it last night. I had a bunch of pieces come in for the city, and I needed to sit down and do it, get it done. So I sat down here and done the city, and while I done the city, she built it.
That's cool.
Other than the roofs, the entire city is done except for Oscorp and the Daily Bugle. I'm still gonna have fun ordering all those parts to do all that. Daily Bugle with all the tiles and the flooring and all that, it's going to be pretty expensive, I have a feeling.
What was that again?
I've kind of kept it to where, you know, when you go to these conventions or you see online, a lot of people, the cities they build literally have something in every floor and everything's modular.
Yes.
Well, I kind of stopped that. And the one building that I am going to have where every floor has something in it is the Daily Bugle. Because once I tear the city apart, I'll probably end up going back and redoing the Daily Bugle to make it bigger and putting a bunch of figs and scenes in it and keeping the Daily Bugle as like something. I don't think it'll go behind me because it'll be too tall, but it'll be something I keep together. And with me wanting to like tile every floor, I think it's going to be probably the most expensive building I have. The Empire was pretty pretty pricey, but I have a feeling that this one's gonna exceed that.
That's by a long shot.
Yeah, I bought all the tiles to do the bottom floor, and I got a special set of tiles to do the top floor. Eclipse Graphics has some printed tiles I got. But there's still, as of right now, 5 floors that I have to tile. And the problem is I have to sit down and figure out what exactly it needs to look like. And then how it's going to be laid out with everything in there. Then find out how it's going to, like, you know what, if I have that as a tile right there, can I make that as a thumper? And, you know, all the modular stuff that I never really did in the first place.
Yeah. So Richard was saying Haley built the elf house
Oh, did she really?
while he was working on the city this week.
See, she's becoming an expert builder.
She was really into these sunflowers.
Did she build those already?
No, we haven't got them yet. She also
Okay.
wanted the 11 and Demigorgon brickhead. We got those too.
I don't know who those are.
The movie Stranger Things.
Oh, haven't seen that movie. That explains why I don't know.
The show. It's not a movie.
Oh,
My bad.
there you go. See?
My bad. Well, I screwed it up and I've seen it. I was really hoping. I tried to buy it online, but I'm going to have to end up spending the money, and I need to do it fast before the set skyrocket. But I want the Stranger Things set, and I want the dinosaurs fossil set.
Okay. All right.
Fossil
Has it been
set.
watered?
The fossil set I might come out on top because I believe I can buy those pieces and just bricklink that and build it because I don't think there's anything special in it. Shah said he's been trying to get his wife into Lego and he's been failing for years. Needs some advice. Man, I don't know. It was really weird. So my wife's never said anything bad about me wanting to do it. She was just like, I'm not really interested in it. You do whatever you want to do type situation. And I bought a big collection that was unsorted. And I always used to go to the basement and would tell her, you know, come down here and hang out with me while I'm sorting it and stuff like that. And it was like she sat down here one day and just started going at it. And then she would like back up and then she would, you know, not want anything to do with it. And then she'd come down here one day and go at it. And then we went to Gene and Tori's house and they actually have a Bricklink store. And she was down there helping one of their helpers sort some stuff. And she kind of became like addicted to it. And we didn't, like, we were supposed to be there for 30 minutes and 5 hours later, we're still sitting there sorting, trying to figure out what we're going to do for dinner. And ever since then, like, she's been all right with it. She doesn't really care for Star Wars like that. She doesn't really care for any of the war type stuff. So it has to be something she wants to get into. Now, the sunflower stuff,
That's
she
how
likes.
Tori is.
The brickhead she likes. She likes the modulars, but the modulars I feel are kind of a rough thing for her to do. Because if you don't like Lego, a modular is not something that for the faint of heart, I guess.
Yeah, it's not what you want to start on.
But she loves Winnie the Pooh, and when they dropped the Winnie the Pooh set, I bought it for her. And we built that live, and she was like flying through it.
Yeah, we built that together, and y'all kicked our butts.
So it's hard to get her into something, but once she's into it, it's golden.
She's all in.
Yeah.
She might like building the flowers if she's a flower person.
Well, I built her the bouquet, and I don't remember why she didn't help. I don't remember what the scenario was into that. but I know she built the roses and the tulips. And I know that she'll like building the sunflowers. See, and that's the exact opposite of the stuff I like to build, because to me it's just very repetitive.
But that's what I like too. I like the stuff that's just repetitive and I can stop and start when I want. But the best part about it is something that Gene and I like to do together.
Yeah.
I use it as my quiet time.
I mean, it's me, especially when Mark was big in it, and no one people don't understand that even though it's kind of chaotic because I'm down here building and trying to keep up with a chat and listen to people and try to carry on a conversation, but it's actually very relaxing.
It is. Even though I broke 3 pieces, it's still relaxing to me.
That wasn't your fault. That's because that was reddish brown.
Told you, you got to talk nice to it, and you got to not be so rough.
Nope.
That's what she said.
After 20 years, you got to change it up.
Well, which
We're
one
going
hurts?
to the gutter.
Which one hurts worse, the left hook or the right jab?
Both.
Yes.
I know I watch a lot of stand-up comedy. And one of my favorite things I ever heard was, I know not a lot of people like him, but George Carlin said that how you can tell you're married to the right woman is you spend years with her and you love her to death, but you still roll over every night and look at her while she's sleeping and think about choking her. He said the fact that you know you love her is because you don't do it, but you also don't love her if you don't think about it.
Is that true, Dan?
I don't love you. I've never wanted to choke you.
Gene, that's a lie.
He's sitting too close to say anything.
Blink if you're in trouble.
She's right-handed. That right cross would hurt.
I know what he was thinking.
Remember, Gene, I don't know if you've ever seen Dodgeball, but dodge, dive, duck, dodge.
So, Richard, there's a million of these little neck studs for minifigures
Yeah.
in the Titanic. Haven't figured out what they're for yet.
Do they float? That set didn't come with a door, and that bothers me.
It really needed a door and 2 minifigures.
I mean, I know it had nothing to do with the historical event, but it would have been a nice add-on.
That must be the pet shop and detective modular behind her head.
Me?
Yeah, pet shop right here.
That's what I thought.
Yep. Yeah, I think there's only 2 or 3 modulars that Tori doesn't have.
There's one y'all need to lose.
Which one are you trying to take from me now?
The firehouse.
It's technically not a modular.
Okay, well then you won't technically miss it as much, right?
Unfortunately, you know where it is right now, so that's a bad thing.
Actually, I don't know where it is. We were over at your house and I didn't even get shown, this is what it looks like type thing.
Christian knows you'll take it.
I know y'all were very secretive about that.
But you can
It's
send
in
it
the
over
display
here.
closet.
I'll take it off your hands.
All these wonderful friends we have, Gene.
I still have the Ecto 1 in a box.
We're
So
just
do I.
trying to help you is all we're doing.
With the Echo.
Ecto, yeah.
I haven't even put it together yet. I'm not going to put it together till I come across the firehouse.
Well, that's what I said. And then Tori gave me Firehouse for Christmas.
Nice.
That's all he got, though.
Yeah, but she got this one.
I got the clock tower.
No,
What's it
Town
called?
Hall.
Town Hall.
Oh, it's on a tower.
But it's not.
I know.
I passed that up right before I moved, and now I'm kicking myself in the butt.
Yeah, I pretty much decided I cannot pass up any modular because I'll end up having to buy it anyway, and
You might as well get it while it's
it's
on.
better to pay $249 for it than $849.
Yes. I learned that one real quick.
I didn't think when I first did a module that I would like them as much as I do.
It's the details of it that's fun.
Yes.
Down to the point of a setting where a guy and a girl, and he's got a ring in his hand, you know, and they're sitting at a dinner.
Well, it's because
just
it's
that.
realistic versus Star Wars type things. I mean, don't get me
Still gotta build
wrong.
like R2.
Star Wars will always hold the key, but
I said that too, and I haven't bought very much lately.
well, I definitely will see. There's a difference though. When it comes to Star Wars, you really don't have to buy a lot to have certain stuff because
No.
when they drop all these like Slave Ones, how many Slave Ones do you need? How many X-Wings do you need? Now I know me saying that, and there's 7 of them back here, but
Or all them ATs.
well, Mark took one of them, so now I'm down to 3. But that's beside the point. That's beside the point, Chef. We're not calling each other out on our flaws now, are we?
No. I'll keep quiet now. But what do you think of the new helmets coming out? I like the helmet line, but I don't know if I like the new ones.
Oddly enough, my favorite helmet, it seems to be everyone's least favorite helmet. I think that Luke helmet looks awesome.
Not a big fan.
See, nobody is except for me.
Now, if they would have did the visor all the way across, it would have looked 10 times better.
Yeah, but the visor moves up and down.
Yeah, but it's still the 2 little round parts, and they still could have did a better job than that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they could have made it more like the round goggle type than it looking like it does. 2 orange plates sitting there.
Yeah. I mean, what you're saying isn't wrong, but
If I buy it, I'm taking that part right off it.
I think it definitely looks better than I'm not really a fan of the Dark Trooper helmet. I think it looks funny. Maybe once it comes out and I see it in person, I'll think a little different. But there's something about it that looks odd to me. Have you did you watch the final episode?
Not yet.
Oh.
Last time I had to get
Are
off
you
your
saying
screen.
you don't like the Dark Trooper?
It just, I don't know. It looks funny to me. Like even you've seen I know Chef's seen it. There's a set coming out that's like Luke Skywalker in his black robes and 3 of those Dark Troopers. Even the helmets on those Dark Troopers I don't know what it is, but they just don't look quite right.
Well, the Dark Trooper helmet looks like it's too short. The proportions are off on it.
And it's Mandalorian's a little wider than it should be.
Yeah.
But that's easily fixable too. You can always take some off. And
I was for sure on the Mandalorian they were just going to copy Boba Fett and change the color.
I thought they were going to too, but they widened it out. I think it's probably about as wide as Darth Vader's helmet.
Just walked out.
Chestnut.
Don't get me wrong, I'll probably end up buying them all because I got the rest of them.
That is very true. What's your favorite helmet they came out with so far?
I like Darth Vader's, but I do like the
Now, are you talking the original Darth Vader or
new one,
the new one?
not the 20th anniversary one. But I haven't put that one together yet. It's still sitting in a box, so I guess I can't say that's not my favorite.
Nope, going back later.
I'll be honest with you. Now, I know that it's probably like once again the least liked, but I love that TIE Fighter, the pilot helmet.
I like that one too. And I do have a extra Stormtrooper helmet. I'm going to put the big red hand down on the front of it because I did get an extra one.
Colorful.
Food.
Just to change it up. If I got two, I might as well change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's funny, I ordered one and then my wife about 4 or 5 days later, I got a present coming for you. They came the same day. We ordered the same thing.
Mm-hmm. See, great minds think alike.
Have you seen everybody doing the Django helmet off of the Boba?
No.
They're just changing the colors and making it like Django.
I could see it. Bo-Katan's would be great that way too.
Yeah. Bo-Katan. Have you seen last week's episode?
Yeah.
What you think about Cad being back in it?
I like it. At least we got a bounty hunter we can watch.
We do. His name is Din Djarin.
Yeah. The only bounty hunting we've seen.
I know. I seen a thing the other day. It was funny. It made me laugh. It was like, man, Boba Fett's doing great making cameos in his own show.
But it's got to be setting up for something big. They're doing it the way they are.
Yeah, but what's weird is now that, the Mandalorian and Boba Fett both kind of came out back to back. And now they're jumping into the Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan's technically, not alive when all this is going on. So I wonder how they're going to play that.
Actually, Luke's young in this, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, but what episode does Obi-Wan die in? It's 7, isn't it? Or 6?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Yeah, this takes place after 6.
Need to wash your face.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I think I am royally screwing up this wing. And I don't understand how. but we're about to start all over.
David said, have a great weekend.
See you later, David. Take it easy.
Have a good night.
Legion should be coming in sometime.
Yeah, I figure once I get off here with you, I'll watch it. It's been too busy at work.
It's really good. Saying it ain't gonna ruin anything. They are trying to make up, I guess, for ruining the rest of it with Boba. But I also feel like they did a bad job at it. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
Once you screw up, like if you screw up something so bad, even though you do something good in the end, people are still gonna remember for all the bad it was done.
You can do 10 times good, but do one thing bad.
And the
And
show,
that's what they remember.
Yep.
the show overall has not been that bad. It's just not been a show about Boba Fett.
No. So I sure thought he was going to show how he found his armor before he found the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought you were going to find the Mandalorian. Not one big cameo come in, tear crap up, be a good episode.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff in this episode they've done that I don't know what they're setting up for, because I think it was 2 episodes ago now, the whole, well, you took off your helmet, so now you have to go to Mandalore and repent type situation. But I don't, like, even with that, if he's got the Darksaber, he's in charge of her, tell her to shut up.
True.
I understand what they're doing, and I don't know what they're building it for. But they have the opportunity, of course, to kind of like Marvel. They're writing their own checks at this point, whether we like it or not.
Right. Because they know everybody's going to watch it.
Yep.
And I'm one of the ones that's just going to watch it.
I was about to say, even if it's bad, it's still got our liking coming to watch it.
That's what it took to figure out how to do that.
True.
And at the end, like I said, as much as we all complained about it, still, it's not a bad show. It doesn't end in a bad way. It ends in a good way. It's just there was so much left to my wondering, and they've done so much in the show to begin with. Like up until this episode, nobody new comes in. But, think about how much nostalgia they've hit off of, at first it was bringing back a Rancor, and then it was R2, and now it's Grugo, and now it's Luke, and then they had
Almost
the
like a
BB-1
train
droid in there. They're definitely hitting us in the feels.
Oh, yes. That's how they're keeping everybody in and getting different age groups of crowds.
Yeah. No one should be able to sit down and say that Luke isn't their favorite, especially now. And I think that boosted a lot of, which was very, very smart. This is definitely a technique to gain buyers in certain things. But if you think about it, they took something that really no younger kid knew much about before The Mandalorian. And if all they had seen was Mandalorian and Grogu, which there was a bunch of people that whose kids, adult, and everything didn't start watching it till then. But now they have Luke coming in. Well, they see Luke seeing a cool character, and they associate Luke with Grogu, and now they're going and buying Luke Skywalker things. So there's always that edge that they're going to get.
That's how they do it.
Sucker them in.
Yep.
I watched a video, a documentary the other day about stuff, like it was about stuff that all went on in the 90s, like TV and music. And one of the greatest lines I had never heard until the other day was, "You bring them in with a limo and send them home in a taxi." Got to make
Pretty
them
much.
feel good on the arrival, but screw them on the exit.
Story of life right there.
Oh, yeah. Everything looks greener until you're on that side. But I mean,
The only reason it looks greener is because it's fertilized with manure.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say the exact same thing. There's more crap on that side.
how's work been going for you?
Staying busy.
Did you you come back and get everything done up there and set it all straight, or are you still having to go back and forth?
But yeah, I got to go back next month, but I got them below 100. Pretty close to about down to 70 orders from 118. And then my SD went up behind me, so we switched weeks because we always have to have somebody here.
Uh-huh.
And then he put them down close to the 40s or 50s. So they're going to give us a month here and ship us back out to somewhere that needs us. Because we stay right around, if we're not waiting on parts, we stay at 0 orders.
Yeah.
What is it
They've
you're
been
doing?
where I work for Honda still, well, the dealership Flow. And one of our managers just quit. And well, he put in his 2 weeks notice. Tomorrow's his last day. And he's one of the people that I'm the only person in the service department that works for him, because I do all of the body shop mechanical work. And they've been trying to get everything straight down there and teach people new things and figure out, there's a bunch of cars that are customer cars that we've let go and the customer take that need like small parts that we couldn't get. And I've seen some of these lists before, and it's like, man. But I mean, with the part shortage and everything, there's really nothing you can do about it.
No. And even certain things that you didn't think that would be hard to get is just unbearable.
Oh yeah, the one reference that I seen that kind of blew my mind is we had someone get in an accident, and it didn't mess up too much of the car. Everything was fixable, and we got parts for everything. Well, her car is like a very rare vehicle when it comes to, it's like a certain year, it's a 6-speed, and it's got a V6 that has like a dual exhaust, and it meets like the most rarest of that car in that year. And because of that, the dual exhaust is what throws it off. And you know how the exhaust pieces always have, like from the factory, that little chrome tip that screws on there?
Yeah.
Well, the chrome tip is one of the things that broke, and we've had the order for 6 months now and still not got that.
Certain type of blinds I've had for 6 months on order. Every time they're supposed to be here, it's on back order.
It's crazy.
Cabinet doors, good luck.
Just don't even worry about them.
Yep. And it's easier to buy a new unit for like a washer and dryer than it is to wait on parts.
I had a dryer that I believe was a Whirlpool, and it ended up, the heating element went out in it, so we put a heating element in it, and it's an older one, so everybody kept telling us how good it was. And then the belt broke, and one of the pulleys was like, I guess from it spinning so long, it kind of like wore the bearing out in the middle. So I bought a bearing, a pulley with the bearing, and then I ended up buying the belt and everything else. And then it lasted for like another 4 months, and something else went wrong with it. And I was like, you know what? I was like, everybody praises this, and I understand it might be a good one. I was like, but I'm not trying to track down these parts all the time. And I ended up just buying a new dryer.
But yeah, we stay busy. And my SD's been out sick this week, so double the workload.
That's always good.
That wasn't too bad. I mean, it. By the time I realized it was time to clock out, so it makes the day go by faster, anyways.
Oh yeah. Gene, how's work been going for you? Y'all designing any cool crap?
Best way to describe it is stupid, crazy, busy. I mean, it's unreal how much people are building right now when prices are through the roof.
And they're still building because I keep ordering too.
And delivery schedules, oh, they're horrible.
Have y'all been up towards my house and seen all the housing developments that are going up in Rural Hall?
Yeah.
It's like, holy crap, where do these people keep coming from? Like, go back to your own state.
Better work
It's like
down this way.
everybody's trying to move near the new bypass.
Well, that's where they're setting up all the new houses at.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's trying to move closer to that bypass.
I don't know why you would want to do that. Let's move next to a highway. I'm going to stay where I am until they tell me that I can't do certain things like shoot guns. And then once they tell me I can't do that anymore, I'll move further in the country. But right now it's really nice to do what I want when I want.
I bet. I went from a big house and 40 acres to a 2-bedroom apartment.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad. I come down here for work, and instead of renting another house, we just jumped into an apartment. What a nice neighborhood, nice apartments.
As long as everything's quiet and everybody leaves you alone.
That's the best part. And I picked the complex with all the older folks.
I mean, the worst thing we got going on here is it doesn't bother me. It seems to bother my wife and her neighbor or her neighbors, one of her like really good friends. And it seems to bother them a lot. Now, the neighbor does have 2 young kids, but the people across at the beginning of our road, because there's only 4 people that live on our road, their son is probably 8-9 years old, and they bought him a dirt bike, and he constantly goes up the road on the dirt bike like wide open.
Oh, I had that problem with my neighbors. You're on a dirt road. Let them go.
We're not on a dirt road, but it's not like we're on a main road.
He's not tearing up your yard or anything, is he?
No. He stays in the road and on the side. It's more or less the noise that they have a problem with.
Right. Kid being kids.
I told her, I was like, I did a lot worse stuff when I was growing up. Be glad they're not me.
No, that's why I said, is he tearing up properties first? But no, I used to ride wide open down the road too.
I remember one of the first things I done, which I don't advise. It is a perfect example of having the ability to get a hold of something, but not knowing what it is capable of. Nobody told me that if you light alcohol or like rubbing alcohol or anything on fire that is an oily substance, it doesn't just easily go out. It has to burn out. So internet being as accessible as it was at a young age, I found a recipe for something online and decided to light it on fire in the middle of the street that I lived on in front of my house. So,
How'd that work out?
cops were called, and since it was in front of my house, I really couldn't get away with it. Like I said, I made a lot of dumb decisions. Nobody. The bad thing is like you look back on stuff like that now. None of my friends told me it was a bad idea.
Yeah, we used to blow stumps up too.
Nobody was like, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't do this." Everyone was like, "Yeah, why not? Let's go for it."
Sounds like your brother Steve.
Yeah.
Now I see the reason why they didn't care was because they had no repercussion of it.
Yep. They didn't start the fire.
Exactly.
They just watched.
And then, of course, the cop gets there. The fire's out at this point, blah, blah, blah. I'm like 10 or 11, 12 at this point. So he calls my mom. I have to wait for my mom to get there. And the whole time I'm trying to make up some story about why I did it.
What had happened was
I spilled it on accident.
Yep.
Purposely on accident.
How'd you get it to the road? I don't know.
Excuse me.
what?
Thank you.
I'll never forget. I don't remember what it was, but I had told my mom that one of the things I'd got in trouble for when I was younger was another kid in the neighborhood bet me money I wouldn't do it, and she was like, "How much money?" And I told her, and it was like $20 or something. She was like, "Okay, well, give me the money." I was like, "What?" It's like, at that point, you're caught in the lie.
I spent it. Not getting it. Yeah, I'm happy tomorrow is Friday,
Amen.
and I think I'm off call.
What you gonna do? Not absolutely nothing.
Yes, I'm gonna shut my phone off.
Sit back and enjoy it.
Yes.
Well, I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I can't do that.
Oh, tomorrow night I'm shutting my phone down, but yeah, I gotta still work tomorrow. It's Friday. But afterwards, I know I'm not on call all night. As of 7 a.m. tomorrow, I'm not on call.
I thought you meant you were like off tomorrow.
No. I took a few days off next week or the following week. Right about the end of the month, I'm going to go up north.
Where are you going?
Up to Detroit. I got a doctor's appointment.
Ah.
And then all the way up to UP.
I don't think I've told anybody. I think Gene and Tori knows, but not too many other people. So me and my wife got married in 2020 in October, and we really never went on a honeymoon because of COVID and everything else was going on. And then I kept telling her that what I wanted to do was go to Disney. We ended up planning a Disney trip, and they ended up shutting it down because of COVID, and it was just like one thing after another, and long story short, just never did anything. Well, I surprised her about 2 weeks ago. I bought tickets to Disney, so at the end of the year, we'll be spending a week in Disney.
Nice.
I've already been asked by a couple people. They're like, "What do how do you plan to do anything with your Lego?" And I said, "I guess I'm going to take my minifig down there and take a bunch of pictures of them doing funny stuff."
No, that'd be cool.
Yep.
But I also don't want to make it to where the trip is just about that, which I know it won't be, but
One here and there. Go to, they got a Lego land there.
yeah.
And then they got the Lego store in Disney Springs.
Yes. From what I'm told, now I don't know this for a fact, But somebody said that they actually have exclusive stuff there that you can only get there.
Yes.
Is it a set or is it like a piece or?
It was a minifigure. Last time my kids went, they picked up.
Because I know at one time I was told that the Statue of Liberty fig you could only get if you went to a Lego store in New York, but that you can get that anywhere now.
Probably in-store exclusives like everywhere else has.
I tried to talk our the local Lego store that we went to Sunday. I tried to talk into the person that was working to sell me a box full of minifigure heads, and he wouldn't do it. I talked to Shy about his army, and Shy said on his army that he bought them as complete minifigs, so he never had to worry about not having a head for one.
That's good.
But I didn't, so I've got 300 heads I got to find.
I probably have some extras I can start counting out.
Well, I have quite a bit here, and the more I thought about it, I didn't think fully about it. That most of the heads you're not going to really see anyway because they're going to have masks on.
No, yeah.
So I don't really care if they are that repetitive.
You can
So
use them.
what I'm planning on doing is once the lug bulk order gets in, I'm going to set up a base plate that'll probably stay on the table during all the live streams. And every time I get heads, I'll continuously to add heads to it. And until I get everything fulfilled.
Why don't you use a cylinder?
You talking about just like no heads, just a random cylinder?
Yep. You're putting a helmet on it anyways.
I guess it just depends on where it is and what's visible. I mean, it's one of the things I told Shy. I also really don't know why I bought that many. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with 300 minifigs.
Trying to keep up with Shy.
No, he's up to 700 now. I'll tap out. I'll lose.
He's got a nice big army.
Well, Richard, if you decide to do 1-by-1 round bricks, let me know. We got 1 million of them.
You really got 1 million of them?
Well,
He's over exaggerating a little.
He's got enough to cover your 300 probably.
There you go.
yeah, without a doubt.
That might not be a bad choice either.
No, if you're covering it with a helmet anyways, nobody's going to see it.
I still don't. The one question I've been asked so far about the city that I've not been able to answer is what happens to all my Marvel figs when the city's done. I don't know the answer to that.
You got Daredevil? You can send him to me.
Well, I actually had a plan at first, whenever I first had the idea of building the city, that all the only thing that I was asking anybody to do was to, if they wanted a apartment or something like that, to build whatever they wanted or send me the instructions on how to build it. And I would buy the pieces and build it so there wasn't no confusion of, oh, well, now that it's done, I owe this person this or whatever. And I was going to give away a custom fig that I bought for the city because there's a bunch of custom Marvel figures I bought that I've got, and they're cool, but I could live without them. But I was going to give everybody that participated one, and nobody really joined it. So.
To be honest with you, I forgot all about it. I probably was busy when you mentioned it.
Oh, I mean, it's to the point now where I'm not fulfilling the apartments. I'll put some, and there's still some areas that I'll add stuff in, but I'm not going to fill every apartment like I was going to. That's just too many pieces, and it's too much of a hassle, and I realize that the only time it really matters is when somebody asks me, or if it goes to one of those things where Beyond the Brick goes around and wants to look at it, and I got to explain everything to them. And on the other side of that is I really am excited about this World War II mock. So
Yeah, I'm excited to see you start that one.
the layout's done. I just got to figure out. There's a couple things I have to iron out and I don't know that I'll be able to iron them out until I start building it. I know one of them is I mentioned earlier. I don't know if you were on or not, but a lot of the stickers that I have. What's going on, Legion? But a lot of the stickers I have for the minifigs of German soldiers all have snow on their boots. And I don't necessarily want this to be in the wintertime. So that's something I have to figure out. Which is that's not a big deal. It's just something else I gotta buy.
Mocks are expensive.
Yeah, they are. But the good thing is once you build one, as long as you stick in a similar realm, you'll never. I mean, there's a bunch of things I'll never need to buy again.
True.
Like honestly, I will never need to buy another. I don't know how I won't have enough to do the castle of 1x2 light bluish gray masonry bricks. Because I don't know how many I bought the first round, but like Gene and them found a bag of like 600 of them, and I bought the entire bag. So there's always stuff I feel like I'll have an abundance of. And who knows, I might be totally wrong. I might need everything. But the plan that I had the first little go round was me and Gene. I showed Gene what I was trying to do. I was going to actually copy a Call of Duty level, but it ended up not being such a good idea. I didn't want basically everybody trying to critique it and saying this wasn't right, and all it was is honestly just a bunch of blown apart buildings anyway. I know they called it Berlin, but there was nothing in it that really was 100% Berlin except a statue. And the statue was going to be a big issue because I didn't know how I was going to complete it. So I went with my little made up town.
I like the made up town.
It's going to, there's a couple things I want to add to it. I want to make it a little bigger, and somewhere I want to put water. I know that that's not really like a geographic correct type thing.
Well, I don't know. Every society has to have a source of water.
Yeah.
So true.
That is very
Except
true.
for Greensboro.
They don't have to have a source of water. They run our entire fuel system. They have the bartering ingredient. I mean, Joe Biden said it best. All the electric cars are going to be able to get us to California on one tank of gas. Won't need gas anymore. It'll just be something that goes away.
Those nice green electric cars.
Yeah.
Fueled by the coal-fired power plants.
Totally forgot when I was building this the first time that this has these little air holes for the wings. Legion said the no sound cars. The F1 races that make no noise. Have you seen that, Chef?
No.
Go online whenever you get bored and look up like a all electric. I think they're called Formula E's.
They are.
and it's a Formula One race that is all electric, and the cars make no sounds.
Why would you go to a race then? You go to the race for the sound in the beer.
Exactly. Well, now you go to the race for, I guess, to watch a bunch of cars that don't make no sounds go around the track.
I told you about last
Used to
time
go
we
one
went
of
to
them and
Sebring,
get them
didn't it?
old time remote controls where you used to pull the trigger and they'd run around the track and all you'd hear is zzz.
Yeah. They don't even do that anymore.
Sit there and videotape you holding that trigger.
What'd you
Richard,
say?
I told you about when we went to Sebring, didn't I?
No.
It was raining cats and dogs that night. We were staying in the hotel in Turn 7 at Sebring,
Uh-huh.
and there were 2 Formula E cars on the track in the pouring down rain, practicing for one of the 24-hour races that they had coming up.
Yeah.
So not only are they silent, but when it's raining, the rain covers up what tiny little bit of noise you had, from tires squealing or whatever. Because with it raining, the tires don't squeal anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was dead silent. It was weird. And it was night. So you'd see the lights go by and not hear anything.
It's pretty funny. I mean, eventually, NASCAR is going to go that way. I mean, if they're going to keep up with times, they're going to have to. I just couldn't imagine an all-electric NASCAR race.
Yeah, just tell me that.
No.
Hey Richard, we're gonna mute for a minute. I gotta call my daughter.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, an all-electric NASCAR race has got to be a weird scenario. All right, I want to build both of these before I put this on. There's a bunch of things I've seen with here lately. One of the things that I looked at was, since I'm a mechanic, we read something that they send us newsletters all the time. Honda does, about stuff that they work on and like stuff that they're changing, stuff like that. And they're talking about how they're going to be all electric before long.
Oh, terrible.
I mean, I'm surprised there's a lot of places like in Japan, once you get so many miles on your car, you have to get rid of it anyway. I'm surprised we haven't went to that here.
I had a hybrid, half electric, but when you're up and it's negative 60,
Yeah.
it doesn't do them batteries good and they don't last that long.
No. And they're like $4,000 a battery.
Yeah. Great little car, though. Don't get me wrong.
Usually, if something's good for you, we talked about this the other day, or today actually, and it's made no sense. So tell me how I can go to Olive Garden and eat soup, salad, and breadsticks and get all the salad I want, and it'd be like $9. But if you go to Wendy's, just the salad alone is $13.
Olive Garden probably has their own supplies and producers that grow their own for them.
Oh yeah, but it's just like, why would you go to Wendy's over Olive Garden if you're just going to get a salad? That was my
last time I went to Olive Garden. It was disgusting, filthy, dirty, and I've never gone back.
Really.
Yep.
The Olive Garden that's close to me is actually really nice.
And then, so I just ordered a bowl of soup because everything else was dirty. Sat us at a dirty table, brought us a dirty glass. What's he bring with my soup? A dirty spoon.
Damn.
I'm like, I'm done. You can have this back. I'm officially grossed out.
Well, with you being in the restaurant business like you were, I guess you hold everybody to do a little higher standard anyway.
I wouldn't have sat anybody at a dirty table to start with.
Yeah.
But I was trying to get past, okay, they'll come and wipe it off. We'll just make a comment about it. But once he brought our pops out and stuff and the glass was dirty, I mean, it wasn't just like water droplings. It was actual food stuck on the side of the cup.
Damn. That's actually something I've never like witnessed.
And then the bowl was clean, but sat next to my bowl when he set my soup down, the spoon, and it was hard crusted food on the spoon. I'm like, nope, just here, take it back. I'm done. They did try to make it better and give us gift cards and stuff, but I'll order out. I ain't going back in.
Now I'll tell you the one restaurant that I went to that I just couldn't believe, like, and it wasn't my table, it was a conversation I overheard. I was in Richmond, Virginia for Honda school, and I went up there for you go up there a week at a time, and while you're up there, you pretty much kind of get an allowance of what you're going to eat and everything else. And one of the places I always love to go is Chili's. Chili's, I believe, is like one of those, like, I don't like Applebee's, but it's like everywhere you go, Chili's is all the same. I was up there, and the lady, this girl had just turned 21, and one of the, I guess, people at the table bought her a drink, and she was all excited, and they were all like younger girls and giddy and everything else. Well, the waitress came, and the waitress gave her the drink, and she didn't like the drink. She got mad and told the waitress, she was like, I can't believe you sold me this and it not be good. You know, you didn't warn me and blah, blah, blah. And the waitress stepped in and was like, well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not 21 yet, so I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know what any of this tastes like. And, like, she snapped at the waitress. And I was like, man, that is not that waitress's fault at all. You ordered the drink without knowing anything. That is all you. And, I mean, they were like, she was, like, legit upset.
Well, don't order it if you don't know what it tastes like.
Yep. And don't get mad at somebody else for bringing you something that you ordered.
Yep.
It's your fault. All I got to do is put the stickers on, and we got another one down.
Another one down. That didn't take you too long to build.
Legion said, okay, so I made a Bricklink order, not with Gene, but with another store for the Bronco, but now I'm working on what's left, and hopefully maybe next week, the following week, I'll have all the parts. Yeah, Bricklink stores, some of them are really weird of how they get parts out and when they get orders out. There's somebody who I order with pretty consistently, and their shipping, now everything they do is like good quality. I've never had a problem with anything, but their shipping is definitely not consistent.
No, because I ordered everything for this tree at the same time except for the flowers. And you've seen what I have. I'm missing all the leaves.
Are you doing those like 5 or 7 wide leaves, however wide it is?
Yeah, and then I have some of the smaller ones to fill in between. And then each one of these knobs I'm going to cover with them grass or flowers, the 3 prongs.
I'll have to, I don't want to like deter you from what you're doing, especially now that you've already bought pieces. But in the mock that I'm going to build for the World War II, if you look up French trees or trees that are around like the French area or France area, they're known for like really big trees out in the country.
Oh, yes.
And I found some really cool ideas how to do Lego trees that are pretty big. And in doing so, I found I don't know what type of tree it's supposed to mimic. I guess like a spruce or something like that. But it looks extremely cool.
Nice. Yeah, once I get everything, I'll send you a picture. I'll put it up on Instagram.
How many more orders are you waiting on?
2.
Because of right now, I've ordered 3 orders. One of them's through Gene and Tori. I'm not worried about that. It'll be for next week's mock or next week's Brickmania stuff. But other than that, the only other thing I'm waiting on is an order for the rest of the pieces for next week. And I ordered that last night, so hopefully it'll get here in time.
I've got some pieces still sitting at customs.
See, I don't order anything that's not in USA.
Well, I did it because I couldn't find the windshield or whatever you want to call it here. So I just made an order over line. It's been sitting at customs for about 3 weeks now.
Gene has 99% of what I'm missing and some other parts for it.
That's no good. I know that's not your fault, nobody's fault really when stuff gets stuck in customs, but it's always a crappy situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. That's why we decided not to do international orders, because too many people get screwed on timing and they get pissed at the seller.
I'm not mad at the seller. There's so much stuff that's sitting at customs right now. It could be another month or two before I get it.
We have problems with the Greensboro post office. Everything from here goes to Greensboro to get sorted and stuff. And we've had people complain that we know it's there. It's just, when's it going to leave there?
Greensboro is like a black hole.
Yep. At least the post office is.
Out of 2,600 orders, we've only had one order lost ever, and it was lost in Greensboro, but we've had, oh God, probably 25 or 30 that took a week to 2 weeks to get out of Greensboro.
Oh,
You gotta love it.
yep. Shipping right now is horrible.
Hey, Legion, the flex tubing you need, I need to send you a link. One of the guys that are in my lug found a place. They used a lot of the flex tubing for support in their trees. And they found a website that sells that flex tubing by the rolls. And it's not that expensive.
Now, are you talking about the pneumatic flex tubing or the 4mm hose or whatever?
You know all the hose and stuff I bought from you?
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about. But if he's talking about Brickmania, he's probably talking about the same stuff I am. They use it to put in their trees and stuff to support the way they build it. It's like almost like a hollow case.
For it to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure this is my first big one. This one goes well and looks good. I'll do more. We need trees through the city anyways.
Yours is a lot bigger than what they do.
It's got a nice thick base on it.
That's the way they like it. Got to have a thick base. The Stuka's done. Now I guess it's time to start the Warhawk. The Warhawk's what I'm excited about. Because for the first time, I'm building a military plane that I get to put the jaws on the side of.
Nice.
There's like 3 different options on this that I can do. There's a mouth, and there's a skull, and then there's a guy's face. But I'm definitely putting the
Agent says I think a 3mm.
jaw. Hey, Secret Squirrel Bricks. The flex tubing is literally, I mean, it's not like a Lego part, but if you're using it for what these people are using it for, it doesn't really matter because it's just support. I know some people like to be 100% Lego and not use anything else, but normally I would agree with them on not using it, but something that you're going to use just for support. I have to get the website from my lug, but it's literally you just go on there and you can buy a roll of this flex tubing and you measure out however long you need it and cut it and roll them from there. They all use it in their trees and on Brickmania kits. A lot of the times it's just used for kind of like a decoration on the side of something is what I've normally seen it as. I don't know if you've built a vehicle or anything, Chef, that does anything different.
I haven't, not yet, but I bet you there probably is.
Now, I will tell you that the Panzer that I'm going to build and the Gotha, however you pronounce it, had single-handedly the two most expensive Lego parts I've ever had to buy. And that's the strings.
Oh yeah, those are. When we have those, they don't last long.
Those are expensive. I think for the Panzer, it cost me $24 for the strings, and there's only two of them. And I think for the Gotha, it was around $30. The Gotha is a little longer. But the Panzer, they don't do nothing whatsoever other than looks. The Gotha, they actually support the wings. And I'm not sure of that website. I would have to get a hold of them and find out. Everybody does a lot more research than I do.
I'm just yours, just different research.
I'm just along for the ride. Dude, I'm telling you, now what I know, from what I know when I first started this whole Lego channel, has been so different. Like, and it's not really even the knowledge of Lego, it's the people. Like, there was so many times people would be like, you know, oh my God, so-and-so is going live. And I'm like, I mean, that's how I met Brick Hive and Chef. They were like, Brick Hive's going live. I'm like, Brick who? They're like, Brick Hive. I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is. But meeting new people has turned into great things. Although I'm still waiting on Chef to cook pizza, and I'm still waiting on Gene and Tori to smoke some kind of pulled pork.
We'll just let you bring the meat over and we'll just do it.
And I'll have to meet you at a brick fair or something. You making pizzas in the back of the truck or something?
We'll buy a table, Chef. I'll go half and half with you, and we'll get a table and tell them we're setting up for the convention. And when we set up, it'll just be a little brick oven.
I'll take an M-pinger. Everybody will want one. 6.5 minutes, you get a done pizza.
I guarantee you that would be popular there, because once we all went to dinner was actually good, but man, that lunch that I had from there was not very good.
No.
I should have walked across the street.
I think one day we walked down to Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's is where it's at. That's my place.
And it was right next to where we ate.
The barbecue place?
Yep.
That barbecue place wasn't bad.
I think it was like 3 doors down. No, it was actually pretty good for being such a small place. And they had a lot of different options.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling my wife. Everything's right there unless you need to go to the Lego store. You can
You
park.
need to go to Lego store. Brickmania is right there.
You can park right at the hotel and walk anywhere.
Shouldn't have to go to a Lego store with the Brickmania store right there.
I had to get a couple cups of bricks.
I messaged God, what's his name? Dan today, because you know Brickmania keeps posting they opened up 2 stores in California.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, y'all need to open up one in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Do you know anybody that would manage it?
Do what?
You know anybody to be capable of managing it?
Do I? No, that would not be a job I would want. As much as I love their products, I don't think they could match what I make now.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they can match what I'm making now.
Now, if you're telling me that I could work at a Lego store and make the amount of money that I make now, I'd be game.
Cripe, just pay me minimum wage, but give me 50% off.
That'd be like a flush, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'd do it as an extra job. They know they're just getting my paychecks right back.
Like, look, we don't even need to do direct deposit. You just tell me how much I owe y'all at the end of the week.
Yep.
That's the problem with Gene and Tori. If I go over to their house and we go down to their Lego room, I'm like, hey, I could use this. Hey, I could use this. Hey, I could use this.
And they're hearing ching, 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 ching,
Yeah.
ching, ching.
I was going to say, I think that's what they do. Whenever they're low on orders, they invite me over.
They just write your name down and start adding numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, but full disclosure, last time you came over, you left with your order and a bunch.
That I did. But that also wasn't all my fault. I was okay with getting the order, and then y'all were like, well, hey, hold on. We've got those pieces in here, maybe. Maybe those pieces are in here.
You remember you went over to where Haley and Tori were sorting and you started digging through it and you was like, I need this. I need this.
That's because they kept pulling out light and dark bluish gray tile.
And your point is?
I'm telling you right now, that I believe is the only piece that you could put on a brick, pick a brick wall, and by the end of the day, I bet it would be gone.
I would just ask for the box.
The last couple times I've tried to buy a box, nobody would sell me a box.
I bought a box when we were in Virginia, but I think they bought extra just for that.
They wouldn't let me buy a box when we were in Virginia. Now did you went the day before they did the big set, didn't you?
The first time I went was the day I got down there, so Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then we went again when the sets came out.
So the only time I went is when the sets came out, and they wouldn't let me buy because they had a 1x3s in light bluish gray, and I tried to buy the entire box, and they wouldn't let me.
So are you in 4 already?
Well, we got an entire box, and I think we split it out.
I still got 8 and 9 to do. But you can start 10, 11, 12.
I kept a cup's worth and sold the rest.
Hey, don't do that. It might hurt.
He did.
Saturday, I went to a different one, too, and they wouldn't let me buy a box.
I mean, you got to try. If you don't try, you'll never know.
Well, it's nice because I live so far away from it. Just give me the box. I may need pieces again.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't see why they won't. They're making the money. I mean, it's not like they have a chance to lose the money. If you're buying it, you're getting it.
And the nice gentleman sent it up here. I didn't even have to take it with me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, over here, I guess I should say. I'm on the other side of the state. But I'm going to head off here. Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. I'm going to sit over here.
It's good hanging out, Chef.
Nice seeing you guys again.
Try to
Yep.
figure
See you
out
next
what's
Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
Take it easy, man.
Bye, chat.
See you later. There we go. Now we have the wing connected, right?
Putting the guardrail on.
Did you hear what Legion said?
What?
He said I could come to your house and be like, hey, I can use this, and then it'd be the firehouse.
All right, Legion.
What amount of money do I got to spend in y'all store to be given like the cool purchase of a free firehouse? Do I get like VIP points from y'all?
I was noticing that the order you placed yesterday
Last night.
or last night, whenever, was like your 32nd order.
Yeah. The y'all are my most, and the crazy thing is I've never done an order with D that was under like $150, and y'all's like, I guess just from the amount of orders and not just the amount that was ordered, triumph. Like, it's just crazy compared to what his was.
Yeah, but there's some distortion in that too, because that figure doesn't take into account, where we refund the shipping and all that.
That's true. That is very true. I still wish there was a local pickup option.
Well, there is a way to do that, but the problem, no, what he's saying is if there was a local pickup option on the shipping options,
Oh,
then we wouldn't have to
yeah.
refund shipping every time. But the problem is some asswipe in California would pick local pickup and then complain when we don't ship it for free.
I thought he meant where he could come by and pick it up himself and
Oh, no.
go shopping while he's there.
Oh yeah, no, there is no extended shopping hours.
I don't get a shopping cart.
I'll give you one of my meat containers.
I don't know. That might not do it. I might need something bigger.
She just bought 8 huge tubs at Lowe's.
We did I tell you that I wanted your opinion on it before I bought them, and I screwed up because when you have a really good idea, but the really good idea you have is too late to use it how it should have been used. If I would have just walked over to the Lego aisle and grabbed a base plate and walked back over to the storage containers, I could have seen if the base plate would have sat at the bottom of it, but I didn't. But Walmart has these plastic storage containers that are like totes that we need, or I'll need, and they're only like $6 a piece. So since I'm buying 15 of them, that won't be that bad. But my brain didn't kick in the fact that I could have done that until we got in the car and left.
All right, okay.
But that happens to the best of us. See, I can't use my full brain all the time because then it'll start getting headaches and stuff like that because it's like an overload.
Oh my goodness.
Why is she laughing?
I don't know. Apparently she underestimates the true power.
I'm sitting here filling out Valentine.
I told Haley one time, she tells her boss all the time how smart I am. And I'm like, you need to stop telling people that I'm smart. I was like, because they might ask me a smart question that I don't know the answer to. You're always supposed to appear dumb and then talk smart. You never want somebody to already think you're smart because then you have the ability to fail. Correct?
Yeah.
See, that's a smart person statement. Oh man, I'm building this plane completely different than I've done any of the other ones. This one, you don't build the fuselage first.
Really?
You build a wing. I can't wait to, even though I've built a bunch of these sets that I've been really excited for, I'm really excited to build that Huey next week. I couldn't believe y'all had as many parts to that as y'all did.
Well, we've been redoing inventory lately, so don't hold your breath yet.
Well, I mean, I got 2 zeros and 2 Messerschmitts I can go ahead and order. The only set that I know of for a fact that I'll probably order from D just because I don't know, because I don't know how to look. The Black Widow is all black. And I don't know how to get pieces that aren't scratched because it has a lot of tile on it. But I also don't know if that's even going to be possible, because if you buy it new, it can still be thrown in a bag, and by the time it gets here, be scratched.
Yeah.
So it probably doesn't matter. And to be honest, how much of it is really going to be seen to begin with? It's going to be sitting behind me in a shelf, so disregard that statement.
You're the only one that's going to see it.
Exactly.
Poor me, the next time I come over to help move stuff around.
I filled up the one spot with the Jurassic Park sign. So after all the moving we did, the Jurassic Park sign went right back where it was.
Nice. A whole lot of red axes here.
Have y'all built y'all done building the Technic side of that yet?
The Titanic?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not any so far.
There's very few Technic pieces in it so far.
The center of it in full Technic?
Well, it starts with the bow,
Oh.
and the bow's in 2 sections. Then the first phase is you build the very front part of the bow, this part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the part behind it, you build it. That's what Tori's been working on. And
Are
then
y'all
the
building it separately?
Yeah, she's building a part, I'm building a part. Then the next phase is we open a series of bags that connect these two.
Ah.
You can stop the timer if you want.
I'm still doing it.
Oh, right.
I get it.
Chester, baby. What are you doing? Come here, sweet baby.
And again, it's,
Come here.
something that we like to do together. You know?
I just didn't know how y'all was.
Yeah, I didn't either. We were going to do it odd, even. But when I opened up the book, because he doesn't use the book, it showed how to split the bags. It says bag 1, 2, 3, 4 is the front part. Then my part, the middle was 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then 10, 11, 12 puts them together. And that's box 1. And there's
That's
2 more boxes.
That's the way that the B-17 bombers built, actually.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
So
You
I
can-
stopped. I'm on bag 8 and 9. I'm done for tonight. I had to do Valentine's. Whew.
You got to do a Valentine's for each kid.
I bought those little poppers, remember? That Haley and I played with in the car.
Yeah.
And the bears had little heart cards to go with them, so I filled out the little, put names on the back. Oops, wrong side. There we go. Put names on the back of them. So I have 17 of them.
Did those people ever buy all those red pieces from you?
Yes, they did actually, that exact night.
Really?
Yep.
I had a feeling that it was one of those things that they talked it up but wasn't going to deliver. But that's good that they did.
They did. And Jean gave them a teacher discount. Because she taught special ed.
Yeah, that's what I heard her say that.
Yeah.
I gave her a teacher discount. It's kind of like the automotive mechanic discount.
Yep.
Hey, everything's appreciated. The way I look at it, Haley laughed at me that order. One of the orders I did with you, I did like a 20% discount, and I told her, I was like, well, I got to get the card up to $120, and she's like, why? And I was like, because technically 20% off that's around $100. And she was like, yeah, but if you spend $100, it'll only be $80. I was like, exactly, but 100 is more of an even number than 80. And she just looked at me. I was like, believe me, it makes sense to me. Like, there is a method to this.
There's a method to your madness.
Don't screw with my math, right?
Oh, I went downstairs to find 2 bowls. I gotta find some serving bowls for the Super Bowl party tomorrow.
Y'all having a Super Bowl party tomorrow?
At school. Mm-hmm. We're doing everybody signed up to bring something, so I did something salty and sweet. So I bought some mixed nuts. So I think it's downstairs. I have a little plastic football container I can put my nuts in.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, I thought I saw it in there. If not, it was in the she shed. I hope it's not in the she shed. If it is, it ain't going. Because I ain't going out there in the dark.
That's what you said last week, and you still went out there in the dark.
I know. But my dogs are asleep. My guard dogs. Yeah, they came back with an itchy beard.
It's not that bad.
That one was. Oh, it was itchy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, he's got a mass on it. You can just see it in the camera. Well, I don't know if that's really a mass. Is that a mass on a big ship that big?
It's a radio mast.
Oh, okay. It's even got an anchor on it.
2 of them.
The anchors are so small,
One
it wouldn't have
here.
done any good anyway.
One on here and one on this side.
Well, the anchors actually worked too good. It pulled it under.
It's still anchored.
Yeah,
It hadn't moved in years.
it pulled it under. It's good. The anchors worked. So some of these Brickmania pieces that I see that I have to use a lot of, I've been finding someone that has a ton of them and just ordering them all. And the next piece I'm going to have to do that with is the turntable piece, the top of it, the part that actually spins.
I don't have any stickers in mine.
I'm gonna have to get a bunch of those from somebody.
They're supposed to be stickers.
Did you leave them in that envelope with the book? It's over there in the trash.
I didn't see it in the envelope.
And the one
They
with the
had
book- with the
stickers
book
on
was
it?
in. Yeah.
No, I think it's a cardboard piece. I'm wrong. It's the British flag.
Oh,
So that makes me wonder. Where the boots?
Don't think too much.
I know, it's too late to be doing that shit or stuff.
That can happen.
I put it. Yeah, down this bottom mini corner.
Oh, wow. It's a little punch out plastic thing with flags.
And it was in the thing with an envelope that went in the trash. I mean, it was with the book.
It's all those missing pieces that wasn't put in the bag.
Okay, so that goes there.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take the dogs out and let them go pee out in the lower backyards. Maybe they won't. Wow,
I'm
bark.
trying to figure out where this goes.
You wanna go outside with me? I gotta go down and see about the service tree.
Tori's going outside to pee.
The neighbors will like that. Ooh. I was about to say I can't find this piece, but I picked it up as I said that.
All right, so this is weird. It's flying a British flag on the bow, an American flag off the radio mast.
I didn't know that it had an American flag on it.
I didn't either.
I mean, I don't know why it would matter if it did, but I just didn't know it did.
I wonder if the flag on the bow is the nationality of the ship, and the one at the top of the radio mast is the destination.
I do not know that answer. You would know that a lot more than I would. I know that if you're on the American side and there's a German flag on it, then it might not be that good of an idea to go towards it. Have you ever heard the story about the Marine or the Marine or the Navy calling the boat to move? The joke? Huh?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
About it being the lighthouse?
Yep.
It's like, move. Nah, that's not going to happen. No, we are ordering you to move. Yep, good luck.
Trying to figure out how far Tori got. Oh, she got to the end of 7. Okay.
I don't know how their minds work to come up with the way that some of this stuff is designed, but they need a raise.
Well, I'm impressed with how the front of this boat goes together. It's just pieces that you never imagine go together this way.
That's the same thing with this.
The daughter just sent me a picture. They're laying in bed with the dog on the bed, and us and you are on their TV screen. That's awesome.
I was trying to think, you can upgrade that. I might have to get y'all one because I got a Bricklink cart anyway. I mean, a Brickmania cart. Brickmania sells. I have one. You can't really see what I'm gonna say in the screen though. But you know how the Lego flags for the pirate ships are like they're made of that cloth?
Yeah.
Is that how the flag on that ship you're talking about is made?
No, I'll send you a close-up picture.
So I can get you a British and an American flag made out of the same material as the normal stuff, if you would like. Brickmania sells all the flags. Man, I do not have a a peg, a black peg.
All right, I just sent you the pictures of the two flags. It's kind of cheap looking, actually.
I don't have a Technic pin for this.
The black 2L pin?
Yeah.
Thought you had like a million of them that you bought extra.
I do. I didn't have one pulled. I had to get one. Well, I know it'll happen. I'm gonna find it here in a minute, but I couldn't find it, so I just went ahead and pulled another one. Sometimes you got to deplete the set. Will said, I don't mind the stiff cloth except for the capes. Spongy capes are the best. Hello, Richard and Jean. What's going on, man? How you been? Everything been going good your way? And yes, I agree. The spongy capes are much better. But I do like the cloth capes for Batman, and I'm not positive why, but I do. So these go towards the back.
Here's you some pictures for your Instagram feed tomorrow. Or what the heck? I guess I could post them, couldn't I?
Yeah.
It'd be like the first thing we've ever posted to Instagram.
How is this? Oh, that mates everything. Wow. This is one you need to buy. Gene?
Stuka?
No, the P40.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to remember it's the P40N. He said, I think the stiff capes are good, but I do like spongy better. I was tired, fell asleep on the couch. I was tired last night, and I passed out pretty quick once I laid down and actually got in the bed. And then I woke up early this morning in a really good mood, and I've been in a good mood all day. Maybe because I was excited to come down here and do this tonight. Every time I build one of these, I get excited, and then as soon as it's over, I'm like, all right, I got to do the next one. One of the things I will be doing, though, Gene, you said moving the room around again. The table that the TV is on, all that area over there is more than likely going to go away. I'm going to get a shelf. It won't be behind me. It's going to be over there. But I'm going to copy y'all kind of, and I'm just going to do the row of the modulars on the top of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the modulars look good set up, especially like y'all have them. But back here in doing what I do, the Star Wars kind of makes a little more sense, I guess. Will, have you seen the fact that I have acquired all of these trooper packs now? I'm not really sure what I'm doing with. Everybody in the world keeps thinking I'm going to build a Hothmock, and I think I'm going to fool everybody. When I started buying these things, I had no intention to even open them. But now with the quantity I have, I feel like I hold a certain key in my hand. I am the key master. You get that reference, Gene?
All right, Richard. So how do you add a picture to a post after you've already posted 4 pictures.
How do you
Go
add?
back to edit. You go back to edit. Can you add another picture?
Yes, there's an option to put multiple pictures, and you just click them. It'll put a number in the top right or top left corner and let you know what's the first, second, third, fourth one to be shown, like the order they'll show.
Okay, but let's say I posted 4 pictures and I want to post a 5th one. I go back and edit.
No, if it's already technically posted, you cannot do that.
Okay.
If you're still editing it, like you're still adding it to be posted, you can. But if you've already posted it, you can't. Superman said it is because Batman has a black cape, like the black cape stiff. Will said I wouldn't mind stiff capes if they were single holes, but the point where they have to bunch up is yuck. And then I fell beyond the crease. They bend and crease, and I'm too lazy to iron them. Yeah, I didn't even get one pack yet. I did buy a clone pack, but that was because I had extra spendable cash after the pick a brick wall and extra packs. I have yet to buy the clone trooper pack. I kind of wanted to keep it to where I'm just going to get these. I might buy one just to have the figs in it, but the Lego store that we went to Sunday did not have one. I don't know what I'm building using this right here, but this is like a weird contraption. It has some movable parts. And now I'm attaching it. Bow. What 3 sets are you missing, Will? I still need to get. I have not bought the Bad Batch shuttle yet. I actually thought I had it behind me, but what I have behind me is last year's TIE Fighter, and I'm not sure why I have bought it or why I haven't built it. But I still have last year's TIE Fighter in the box. I also totally forgot that I have the Mandalorian Armorer, the thing with the duel with Darth Maul and Ahsoka. I have like 3 501st battle packs. I don't know what I'm doing with. People keep giving me those things. Haley bought me one.
Back up.
You said she's coming back up?
Yeah. It's time to hit the hay.
What? It's only 10:30.
I know she's got a meeting in the morning.
Oh. Well, that's no fun. I don't have very many pieces left on this.
No, it's not a big pile left.
Nuh-uh. But it's coming together quick. I mean, you see the wingspan to this is almost identical. The Stuka's a little wider. But that also is going from a 2-man plane to the P-40's a 1-man plane, ain't it?
I think you can do front and rear.
If I really like this Warhawk, I'm gonna have to build another. Well, I take that back. I don't need another one. I have 6 Shermans. I have 2 Stukas. I have 2 Zeros, and I have 2 Messerschmitts. I don't need another one.
Yeah, there's a couple versions of the P-40.
This is the P40N. Will, I didn't get the little Slave 1 either. I know that you're a little bit more of a completionist than I am when it comes to that stuff, but I doubt I'll get that one. I don't have the light cruiser. I don't have the Mando Starfighter. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy the Palace. I'll definitely be buying the Jurassic Park set that's coming out. Will, are you done with
P40N's a 2-seater.
Is it?
Yeah, front and rear.
The way that this is shaping out, I don't know how that's gonna work yet. That's why I was questioning it. Will, have you caught up with Boba Fett though? Are you done? Now that Chef isn't in here, he hadn't seen it yet. I need somebody to talk to me about it.
Well, I'm gonna bail. I think she's down in the basement putting orders together, but she doesn't need to be doing this late.
Did y'all get an order tonight?
Hold on. Let me look. Oh no, she's coming back up.
I got a buddy if anybody wants one. You know you know what a Lego lightsaber looks like?
Yeah.
I got a buddy that's got a 3D printer, and he 3D prints me random crap all the time. And he just printed me like a 2.5 foot tall lightsaber. And he has told me that if anybody else wants one, I've got a discount code for them to buy one to take $15 off.
Yeah, we got your order plus 2 more.
It's not too bad.
Oh, the last one we got's easy. 5 lots.
Hey, you pump them numbers up.
Had one last night that was 3 lots and it was $100 and some.
Jesus. I know I had a cart that was with y'all, and I didn't know it was created, but it was those 1x2 light bluish gray bricks.
Yeah.
And I had, how many you ever had in the cart? It was over 100 in there, and I almost bought them, and then it clicked in my head that I just ordered 500 of them, and I don't know why I was ordering 100 and something from you. I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this.
So Tori was filling an order last night while I was putting in all the data we had a bunch of orders yesterday and day before. This one was 100 2x2 bricks, 45 2x3 bricks, 128 4x4 plates, 27 2x1x3 slopes. The whole order was like that, 500 and some pieces.
See, I would want to know what they're building to need all them pieces.
We're always curious when you see that kind of order, what are they building?
Like, that's a lot of plates.
128 4x4 dark bluish gray plates.
Yeah, like, what are you doing with that? You need to message them and be like, look, I need to know. Will, what did you think of it? What's going on, Get the Brick? How you doing tonight? See, I'm also that type of person, though, where I'll put in, like, I'll create a cart, and then, like, I'll add more to it, and then add more to it, and then I'll come down here and see what, like, I could use and don't need, and then I start taking away and then adding other things, and that's like that tree. I guess I hate it for y'all because I didn't buy it, but I was about to spend almost $100 to make that tree, and I didn't have an idea of how I was going to make it, and I ended up making it with all the parts I had here.
Well, it'll all sell. Don't ever feel guilty about not buying it. It'll all sell.
Well, it's all of your parts I'm using anyway. I
Yeah.
created it with all those. I don't even know what you call them. The appendages things. Remember me and you went through and got them all the black and red. I created it all with the black ones. So the pieces came from you either way. It's just a black tree instead of a brown tree. And every piece I don't buy, I just end up buying another one anyway.
And then you buy bags of 50 of things.
Look, that is not my fault. It was bad enough. I almost caught myself after I placed y'all's order, what y'all didn't have that I needed for it. I went to one of the other stores and I haven't ordered from them in so long that I forgot. But they have a thing where you can buy like the new and used when you go to their page splits on a wanted list. So you could buy, like it'll tell you that you need 4 2x2 bricks, but it'll show you them in used and in new. Well, I don't ever pay attention to that. I just run through and click, look at quantity and click it all over. And I almost screwed up and double ordered. Which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. I might end up doing 2 of the Hueys. I don't know why I'm doing 2 of all these vehicles, though. Do you still have the information on the P40 pulled up?
I closed it, but I think I can. No, I closed it when I opened Bricklink. I can get it.
I was going to say, when was the production of that? When did it go into effect?
First flew in 1938.
So it was created before World War II. I was talking to Haley about that the other day. I'm upset that we don't have an air show in Winston-Salem anymore.
Last year was the first year we didn't, and it was because of COVID.
The year, 2 years before that, we didn't. I'm pretty sure at least it wasn't at the Smith Airfield thing, was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I just missed it then. I wonder if they'll do one this year. Will said lots of questions as to why they didn't use their ships and why this and why that. But if they spent more time showing us why they couldn't do certain things ahead of time, then it would be okay. 10 out of 10. People got mad, and the end credit scene isn't about CAD. It isn't about Cobb Vanth. It was to show that they can bring someone back from the dead, and that alarm can be beeping from Cad Bane's body is meant to let you know that Cad is still alive. Yeah, I agree on all that. I don't understand I don't understand why they kept mentioning the Slave One if he never went and got it. That was something that kind of was like, y'all have the ability to go get it, then go get it. I mean, you know, they used a Rancor to destroy the droids. And the other thing that kind of threw me off is how Homeboy was able to stick his hand through it, but the Darksaber wasn't strong enough to cut through it. Gene, y'all don't watch any of the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff, do you?
Not yet.
Y'all don't really sit down and watch shows like that, do you?
We have some we watch. Longmire, Yellowstone, 1883.
I think I'm the only person that's never seen but one episode. I've only seen one episode of what you call it?
Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone.
I love that show.
Go down where you belong. Get in your hole. There we go. Will said,
You're right. They haven't had the air show in 2 years.
That's what I thought. I thought it'd been a little while.
But it's because they were doing airfield construction.
Are they having it this year? Or does it even say anything about it?
No. The last post on their Facebook page was in 2019.
Damn. Somebody's slacking.
All right, I think my loving bride has abandoned me. All right, guys.
She went in there to find the most comfortable part of the bed.
Yeah, well, her snuggle monster's in the floor in here, so she's not that comfortable. All right, y'all have a good night. It's fun.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you later.
See y'all.
See ya. The energy fields, like I said, I can understand, but I don't know. I mean, the whole episode was just so they could show him riding a Rancor, and I get it. I feel like that they Cobb Vanth being killed was whatever. I do know they stuck him back in the back to tank to show they could bring you back from the dead, and I have a feeling they're going to use that in they have another purpose for showing that being that. The other, I guess, big thing that I didn't really like, I didn't hate it, but the whole season, everybody's, has been complaining about Boba Fett not being the star character in a show. And then they do this where he is a lot better and he does show more action and stuff like that. But still, every scene he was, other than when he did save the Mandalorian that one time, he kind of had to be saved. They're definitely playing him not to be as good as a character as he is. And I think that is making people realize that maybe he's not the greatest bounty hunter. But at the same time, I don't think they should have killed Cad Bane like that. Cad Bane is a much, much better character than what they led him on to be. Maybe that's just me thinking that. Overall, I understand why they did it the way they did it. But now we need to show Bubba when he was younger, or at least flashbacks. The thing that I think everyone has a problem with, and it would be I guess a little better if they would have done it this way. They shouldn't. I don't think they should have called the show The Book of Boba Fett. I think they should have changed the name of it. That's just my personal opinion. Why do you say that? Are you trying to say that the Avengers are going to break into Star Wars now somehow? I mean, both stories are kind of just as far fetched as each other at this point. The other thing I don't like is if you kind of realize that with these shows they're doing, including Marvel in this, a lot of the characters that everybody liked or really liked come to be people's non-favorites, and then the people that did love certain things that were people favorites are now different. The Diary of Boba Fett. The Notebook of Boba Fett. I mean, I think that every show has the opportunity to bring somebody out. And I get that. They want to, I guess, increase character building on certain characters, but they're really the person they hyped the most in this whole entire show is Mando. I mean, the coolest thing, in my opinion, about this whole season was you seeing Yoda get to, or not Yoda, but Grogu get to pick the sword or the chainmail, and he ended up going with the chainmail. But that same thing, I don't think that matters, because technically, as a Jedi, you're not supposed to get attached to anything, but Luke had attachments, so I think they're going to go back on that, and Luke's still going to train him, and that's going to be a complete wash in a character, I guess, building point anyway. Well, in this scenario, Boba didn't sit when he peed. He just, every time Mando needed to pee, he held it for him. Like I said, I think the show would be much better if it wasn't called The Book of Boba Fett. I think that them adding that title, I guess, prepared us for what we wanted to hear, but not what we were going to see. I mean, this show called Obi-Wan, it sounds like a cool show, but no one's going to be that happy if it comes out to be a show about a Jawa. And if they're going to call a show The Book of Boba Fett, we would like to see about Book of Boba Fett, but got us a landing gear in the rear. Not very stable yet. That was another thing that I asked. I got a buddy at work that does a lot more research on this stuff than I do and everything else. Does anybody know the time period this show is supposed to take place? Because it can't have anything to do with what's going on right now, because technically Kenobi's dead. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I am right. What's going on, Legion? Yeah, I mean, I agree with all that, but like I said, I think that it would have been better off if they would have named the show something different. Doc, let me know if you want to invite. Will, let me know if you want one. I think Legion's already got one. I mean, either way, I'm happy with the show. It was a good show. It kept us busy. What's the next thing coming to Disney Plus? Is it Kenobi, or does Marvel have something coming out? This is the Brickmania. This is the Stuka. That's a Stuka. This is the P40N Warhawk. It was really warm down here in North Carolina too. When I went to work, I had on a hoodie and pants, and when I left work, I had on a t-shirt and shorts. But that's every day in North Carolina. I actually drove home with the windows down. Yeah, pretty much. At least that's how it is here. North Carolina, if you don't like the weather, wait an hour, it'll change. Yeah, I wish they would have. There's a lot of plot holes they left open. I still am surprised that no one screwed over. I think that we all thought somebody was going to screw him over, but no one did. This is the good guy plane. This is the Warhawk. And I had to build the Stukas for, well, I didn't have to, but they're going to be used in the mock. But the P-40 is an American plane. All the Sherman tanks are American. Now, the Panzer I'm building, of course, is not. Everything I'll be building next week is American. Next week, I'll be building some Vietnam stuff and not World War II stuff, though. Yes, it is a World War II mock. And the buildings and everything, there'll be craters in the ground where bombs have went off, grenades and stuff like that. The buildings will be, there's a lot of destruction with some of the buildings. With this, I'm pretty much, this isn't something that technically happened in history. I kind of wanted to do that, but I feel like there's going to be too much judgment, so I'm pretty much making something up. There is going to be a French town that is being invaded by the Germans, and on the other end of it is going to be the Americans. But yes, there will be craters. There will be a lot of damage going on. I found a really cool idea online. I know it's not exactly keeping it 100% Lego, but there is a video I found where a guy took stickers and put them on the buildings to make it look like wallpaper in some of the buildings, and it actually looked really, really cool. It's a good idea that I would have never thought of. Back to Boba's finale. It seems like find the rough draft rather than a final product, and instead of write it, try to poke holes in it and then rewrite it. I think you mean French village occupied by Germans and be liberated by Allies. Yes, Legion, but I'm not going to go too crazy on some of the political terms of it. No matter what I do, I have a feeling there's going to be some kind of problem somewhere. Yeah, the only, I guess, the reason I said the way I said it was because I know that a lot of there was, I can't pronounce the town, but if you Google, that almost went bad. But if you Google the Nazi massacre, there is a French town that kind of mimicked what I'm doing, or I'm mimicking what was done to it, I should say. And not like my town isn't going to be based off of that layout or anything, because I did want a bunch of different things. Like I wanted there to be a farm. I wanted there to be some crops. I do want there to be not really like a forest, but there's going to be some trees that certain people are hiding behind and doing things. I didn't want it just to be like an open town. That village would have been occupied by German forces and the American or Allied forces would be liberating. Yeah, but I want it to be to the point where it's still being taken over. Like I still want there to be French people in the town. That way I can show some civilians and stuff like that. I've been watching a bunch of videos of how some of these other people are creating terrain and like different levels of elevation and stuff like that. And I found some really, really cool. I'm not necessarily going to copy it, but I'm definitely going to do things similar to the way they have it. I've been watching a ton of videos on just Lego building in general. And one of the things I plan on doing with the new mock, the World War II, is there will definitely be more explaining of how I'm building it and time lapses of me building it versus just the way I'm doing the city, where I'm like, here, this is what I've done type thing. And one of the things I would like to do is each week when I show a video of it, there be like a 15-second stop motion about like what I've done, like the characters talking about it, and maybe actually give some people some characters and names and stuff like that. And I thought that might be a funny idea to do. But I will be ironing all those ideas out. I know you've seen on Instagram and stuff where I laid it out, the plan of the city or town, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. That will be pretty much what I'm going for. And I don't think it'll be too hard to do. I got to come up with some business ideas. As far as I know, there was businesses back then in these towns, so I got to come up with some stuff like that. Boom! God, that landing gear looks so much better. Should I do the white nose or the red nose on the end of this, Legion? Have you not seen Fire or Saving Private Ryan, like literally in both movies? You go in a French village. Yeah, I've seen that. I know what you're talking about. I just I don't want this to be something that is based off of something that really happened, to where people can be like, that didn't happen, that doesn't need to be that way, and blah 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 blah. I don't want to hear the judgment from it, because I know war puts you have like two different aspects where people get mad at it, or people want to say that you're wrong about everything. Man, this landing gear folds back really nice. Wish there was a way to stiffen it up some. But it does look really nice. Now it's time to apply what I wanted to apply. I'm going to pull this off. So wait, you can add a scene where the America con moving up there, two civilians kind of pointing at a church tower where MG42 posted up the Banshee skull. So do you know, have you ever seen the Band of Brothers? Do you know that it was later on in like I think it was probably in like episode 5 or 6, but whenever they go into the town, they find they go into a barn, and the civilians are still there trying to basically like do their life. And they find the German soldier that comes in there. I'm going to add this here to give that some structural support. That's kind of the way I want to go. The MG42s, I've got a couple of them, and I'll be ordering a bunch more. One of the other things that I really liked that they did in that show that I'm going to try to copy myself is the episode where they're walking through the town, followed with the Shermans, and the German troops have got the Tiger tank hid in full camouflage. I want to add a tank somewhere being camouflaged like that by the leaves and the trees and everything. I think that will be a really cool add-on. I'm just going to put it kind of beside a building, just like they did. I know it would be kind of hard to do hay, but I'll probably be doing it with the leaves. You don't think that would be a good idea? So you want one actually in the building. You know the God, what is the name of them? I know I got the stuff down here for them. Zero, Sherman, Scotch. The Opel Blitzes, you know, the canvas covered trucks. I bought the sticker stuff to do like 3 of those. I'm gonna be putting those in, and then 2 of them will be running, and 1 of them will have the tracks blown off of it, and it kind of like a down type scenario. There we go. God, that looks awesome. I know that it kind of looks identical to the Stuka, but the thing is awesome. Show all the stickers I got. What, back here in the back? I got a ton of them. Yeah, that's what the one thing I do want to do, that I got the idea pretty much out of Band of Brothers, but it won't be done in the winter. I will be putting some people hiding in some foxholes in the trees, and I do want to do some mortars. So I've got a bunch of these like the Stuka symbols and stuff like that left over. I'm really not sure what to do with. I mean, I literally have like a whole tub of these things. I have the Stuka and the Warhawk stickers that are left over from this. I have more Stuka that's left over. The Huey, the Black Widow. These are the Schnook stickers, which I could probably throw these away. These are just the numbers that go on the side of it, but I've already put some of them on there. I still have the nameplate for the B-17 bomber, some of the Black Betty stickers, and I'm not really sure why I kept that. Those are just the gun holes for the Leopard that I'm not adding on there. I've got everything for the F-14 Tomcat and the AIM missiles. I have the Skytrain. I've got 2 random packs of Sherman stickers that are left over, but I'm going to use those for all the boxes and everything they have you sticker for the oddball. I have a PT-109. I have 2 of the Zeros. Then I have a crap ton of like the Panzer crewmen, the U.S. bomber crew, the U.S. Flight pilot jackets, German airmen, 2 of the U.S. Army vehicle crew, 2 of the U.S. Army tank crews, 2 of the U.S. machine gun crews, 1 of the U.S. medics. These are just random World War II packs that have U.S., British, Russian, French, and German in it. This is the same thing. It's just a different, I guess, suits. The U.S. Airborne. The only reason I got this U.S. Airborne and the flight crew is I plan to do the figs for the bomber. These are the German boot packs that have no snow on them. Just random U.S. military infantry for the World War II. And then in case I wanted to do snow, I have the 2 German snow infantries, another German officer, 3 normal German infantries, and then I have the Panzer, 2 Messerschmitts. This is another. This is the Super Sherman though, not the normal Sherman. Then ammo crates, ammo packs, a couple different ones of those. That's the other Messerschmitt. The Challenger 2, the World War II infantry boot pack. There's 2 of those in there, and then 3 Opel Blitz. I have all that stuff just sitting waiting. The figs will not be bought though until I'm done with the city. And I will be buying some more stickers once I get those used up. I got to figure out what all I need. But that should be like 80% of what I need for the mock, which is good. Yeah, it's a lot of stickers. I told you, man, you should get on board and help me with this. I'll probably be the way this city is laid out that I'll be doing this town. I'll be probably dropping to the 32 by 32 base plates and getting rid of the 48 by 48s. And if I do that, it'll actually be bigger than this. There's a bunch of stuff like I was talking earlier that I want to add. I want to add water somewhere to it. Not much, but maybe like a creek to create some mudded area. And I'll probably do that over by the farm. But maybe some more buildings. One of the things I would love to do is like the Bastogne Church. I would love to have a big church in this and kind of, I guess, not use the same layout, but kind of remodel the church from the city and use those pieces. But it's definitely I definitely have a good head start. I wish I had figs to put with this stuff. But I do not. And then not March and not April. Well, it might be April. In April, I will be buying a lot more of the set stickers that I will be doing. Because I still have to get all the ones for the jets. And I will be buying, for instance, Stalin Sledgehammer. Dang, I took a bunch of pictures that need to be deleted. Already posted them all. Bought the MQ9 Reaper stickers and the little bird. Next week I'll be doing the Pike Tank and the Huey. I'm really excited about that. The Pike Tank is quite a bit of pieces though, so I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot bigger than some of these other ones I have. It's not as many pieces as the Sherman, but it's up there. But I am going to head out. Hit me up and talk to me through text. I'm gonna bounce off of here. I'll probably stay down here and take some pictures. But in the meantime, I'm probably gonna jump over to Hive Stream. But thanks everybody for watching. Y'all take it easy. Peace.